White. You've got some big boys there, and Burton, who kicked 6 last week. How do you fit them in wet weather football?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll rearrange it a bit if the weather is. I think it's fairly likely the weather might be okay by Saturday. But if the weather is, we'll move it around a little bit. We've got the players that can fit into those positions. But a guy like Ferguson plays well across the when the ball's on the ground and that sort of thing. So I think that we can structure the side with the players there to sort of accommodate that, DB.
Psychologically, you must be pretty confident. You copped a hiding against Norwood, then you came out and won it against Central Adelaide Oval, then South of Adelaide Oval, you won that one.
Yep.
This week, Port, it's a big test.
Yeah, it is, and I think the last couple of weeks we've got to be very careful that this week we don't become complacent and sort of think that we've done well over the last couple of weeks. I think it was said tonight that we haven't won 3 in a row for I think 9 years, so it's a big test, and I know all the guys are really keen to sort of make sure that we carry off with that. And one of the things I said, if you make a final series, you in the position that we're in to get towards a grand final, you've got to win at least 3 in a row to get there. So now's time to start preparing to do things like that.
Good target, isn't it? 3 in a row. Gary, as we go to the Sturt lineup, perhaps if you and Rob can just talk us through the key players.
Yeah, I think a very important point for the Sturt side, Poppy. If they're going to knock off this very experienced, which it still is the Port Adelaide side, Stanfield's been great for them. If they can hang on to him for the rest of the year, they'll go close because they haven't been kicking enough goals. Burton's come up pretty well for them. Ferguson's a goal kicker, but I believe that's where it lines around, that forward line kicking more goals.
I think you're right, Gary. Stanfield certainly takes some focus off those other key forwards and enables them to get into the play. Atkinson's been busy in the centre. Richter and Powell changing in a roving position off that back pocket has seemed to work over the last few weeks, and if they can perform anywhere near the standard they did against Central Districts a fortnight ago, I'm sure they'll go close to knocking off Port today.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it'll be a great game. Robinson, the centre-half back's got a real job there. Threadgold's always been good at fullback. Petura's the one, I remember last time I was with you, played a great game, and he's been in top form.
I think, Gary, we might see Petura playing at centre half-back and Robinson on a half-back flank, because Petura has been fantastic over the last few weeks at centre half-back. So we go down to the Port Adelaide rooms. Gary, you've been in there a few times, and they're a bunch of scallywags. They kick footballs at you, they throw water at you.
I always love being in there. You're dead right there, David. They're to me, a real football side. I enjoy the way they play footy. I get into them a lot. I copped a fair bit of flack this week with the Port supporters, but the Port Adelaide Magpies are an absolutely amazing side. They get in there. They're the real grassroots football. They get in there, yell and scream, as you said, kick a footy at you. Come on, Gaz, you lost it all and all this. They get into you. A real good football side. They're very good at the ball on the ground. They worry sides. You saw North East in the shot there. There's Robbie West. Great to see him back in the side. North East is just tough as nails, and they have a very good side. So they should make it very hard. And there's a good coach, by the way. I must mention Stephen Williams. Fancy the Port mob. They've got all the Williams still coming up as coaches. They give you the Willies, don't they?
It's a great dynasty, isn't it? Tim Geneva is another dynasty coming through, and I caught up with him during the week, and he recognises this is a real danger game for the Magpies. Tim, Sturt have given you a bit of trouble this year. 7 points round 1, a draw round 10, and your 300th game. They ruined the party that day.
Yeah, they did, I suppose, but really they've been improving every week. So their first round effort was very good at Alberton, and I think round 10's effort was even better. So they're improving all the time, but it's about time that we started picking up a gear.
We got a lot of players back this week. You take on a much more formidable force.
Yeah, we've got a few blokes that really do need a run, though. We've got blokes that have only played sort of 1 or 2 games, so we need them to get, say, 4 or 5 under their belts, start playing good footy, and that'll certainly go a long way to us playing well in the finals.
Scotty Hodges playing with a back brace. It seems to restrict him, but he hasn't hit the highlights this year that we've known from him.
Scotty really hasn't put 2 or 3 games in a row together without injury, so this is going to be his first chance for the year to get 4 or 5 under his belt, and believe me, the more he plays, the better he gets. So.
And you certainly can't underestimate Sturt. They've got some great players, Atkinson and Feast. They get the ball rolling in the middle for them. They've got some key forwards at the moment. Stanfield's in good form, White's in good form as well.
And Burton kicked 6 as well. But look, Sturt are, nobody underestimates them these days. They're in the final 5 for sure. They're going to play finals and they're very keen to. So no, look, we're not underestimating or overestimating them. So we're just going to have a good crack on Saturday.
Port have been a bit flat the last month or so. They haven't played their best football. Are you getting back to something like your best form?
We're just about there. I think, really, our last month obviously hasn't been good, but it's notoriously not been good for us in this time of year. So I'd say that really our time of year is coming up. We've got to really focus on their next 5 efforts so that we go into the finals with a bit of momentum.
And you're confident of a win today?
Oh, very confident.
Port Adelaide are always confident, Gary, aren't they?
They certainly are, and that's a good lineup. Have a look at the experience down the centre there, Poppy. Delaney, centre full back, is absolutely great. The youngster Fegan at centre half-back's good. Higgins, I've liked him. I reckon he's a goal for the future. Darren Smith and Hodges in the key forward positions. They'll be hard to beat with that experience. And also, I like Big Jakes in the ruck.
Yeah, look, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? And just going back, I've heard Port Adelaide's side been called a lot of things over the years, but never scallywags. And well, looking at that scallywag side, Tregenza also centre wing will be keen to impress, get back in that Adelaide Crows side. Clayton and Polton just do the job week in, week out across that half-back line. And Ambrose from mid-season really has lifted a cog or two.
Yes, they've been a very good side. Just looking at that, I find it hard to beat. You mentioned Tregenza, even Carter back in the side now on the other centre wing. They'll be terrific. They'll be hard to beat. West on the half-forward line, Treadray. They look good. I tell you what, Sturt are going to have their work cut out today. The only thing that might save them, David, is the quick legs.
I think it might, scallywags, maybe that's not the best word. Larrikins might have been a better word, Gary. Remember, of course, that in round 1, it was a 7-point ball game. In round 10, it was a draw. And I spoke with Phil Carman and Steve Williams during the week, and both coaches have taken different things from their clashes this year.
I think playing in front of a bigger crowd in a curtain raiser game, we thought, being a Port home game, we'd have a fairly big crowd following us, but the crowd don't really turn up much before the last 5 minutes of the main game, and it was quite surprising that there was quite a lot of people cheering for Sturt.
We haven't won 3 in a row since '88, so we're desperate to get 3, and we play North next week, so we want 4. Yeah, certainly is a hunger there, I can guarantee you that.
Coming off the bye is always a bit of a difficult one, but we've had a pretty solid week on the track, and we didn't really play too well in our last outing, so we knew we had to do a little bit of extra work leading into finals and that, so we've got a similar game plan to always, but I'm sure the guys are really looking forward to having a game on the weekend.
The inclusion of Barry Stanfield in the side has certainly made a few of the other players stand up, and I would think, yes, we are prepared.
Yeah, I think they're a fairly physical side now. Their form over the last 2 or 3 weeks has been terrific. They beat Centrals and then they beat South very easily last week at Adelaide Oval.
There's still some time to go before we actually can say that we're definitely there. So, as I said earlier, we need to win Saturday. We need to win another 2.
We've got our sights set on finishing a top 3 position. Obviously, it would be nice to finish top, but that'll sort of look after itself. But our main aim is to finish in the top 3 because we've won premierships in previous years from winning, from finishing first and finishing second or third. So it doesn't really make much difference.
Well, they've always had a forward that's been a multiple goal kicker, and that's been our concern. But I'd like to think that now we have probably 1 or 2 of our own. So we'll have a look at the matchups.
Yeah, I think they'll line up pretty much the same as they did last week. Like they've had a almost 100-point win against South, so I can't see them really throwing their side around a lot.
We're physically as capable as they are, and I would probably think that our forward line would give us, with the inclusion of Stanfield, gives us a much better presence up there.
The gun players are Simon Feast. He's played very well the 2 games we played against them. Matthew Powell and Brodie Atkinson across the centre. Plus Bruce Lennon. You know, they're all very good players, and Big White up in the forward line, who gave us a lot of problems last match.
Look, we'll be desperate Saturday, I can guarantee you that.
No doubt they'll be desperate as the toss of the coin. Chris Threadgold has won and has kicked to the southern end of Adelaide Oval. We might just check with Rob Popplestone in a moment how that breeze is blowing, but it does appear the way the flags are blowing, there's just a slight breeze favouring the southern end as we go to Mark Nayley and Gary Window. Fellas, Scotty Hodges, Warren Treadray. Is Scotty wearing a back brace today, as he was wearing a few weeks ago when we saw him?
Yes, he certainly is, David, and that's going to be interesting because he's such a good player, isn't he? You wonder what his future lies, but I would say that I would think it would be with the Adelaide, with the Magpies, because he's been a champion. I think he probably find it a bit past him to go in the power side now, but certainly a wonderful player as a focal point for them. I'd be interested in his form today. And Treadray, Mark, another one that has probably got to do more. He can start off with a big burst, but hasn't gone on with it at this stage.
Yeah, we just see there on screen. Got that right hand of his, fairly heavily strapped. He's got the little guard that he is wearing, but he did break it early in the season, and this is his game back. So I'm looking forward to exciting talent, still 17 years of age on the power list, but very, very exciting youngster.
Atkinson on screen there, you can see him. Have a look at the size of him, isn't he? He's beefed up. He's always been a strong little player. 25 years of age, 135 games. He's absolutely great. Let's just see with his kick. His kicking sometimes been off. He's worked on it hard over the years, doing everything right there for the kids watching at home. It's a good kick as he bangs it through for a goal down at that southern end.
As he shakes his head.
He reckons it's not a good enough kick, but he went through just a bit fluffy off the boot. But he's been an absolute great player for them.
Yeah, that's a big fella wide on the screen there, or Burton, sorry. Young Burton, he has been a bit of a find since he came across, playing against his old club this afternoon. But he is Julian Burton.
And he kicked Mark 6 goals too last week, so he's in very good form.
It has been a very good touch. But they have got a very good forward line with Ferguson up there, also with White, and also Big Barry Stanfield, Gary Window. Having luxury of having him sitting on centre-half forward, he is a big plus for the Double Blues this afternoon.
I reckon you're right on, Mark, and he's the one that they're going to have to keep for the rest of the year, because I tell you what, they needed that player. I saw Sturt here at this very ground earlier in the year, and they lacked that other key forward. White went pretty well, but he looked more suited back in the full forward line. Stanfield's a damn good player. I think the Crows will still use him, but if he stays with Sturt, they'd give the premiership a real shake.
Another player there also, Simon Feast, still 22 years of age, played 53 games as you can see on screen, but since he shaved his head, Gary, he's grown an extra arm, an extra leg, but he has been fantastic this year for the Double Blues. He's just giving him something in the middle, a good contest, but one of his big pluses is that he's working around the ground. He does take big marks and telling marks at the right time of the game.
Yeah, you've hit right on him. He certainly is, and he's certainly a thinking player as a ruckman. A lot of big blokes, we always say, lack a bit of brains in footy. They just run out of the ball. But Feasty's a bloke that's got a clue. He drops back and uses his teammates up well. Big pack of players there. They're just getting ready. This big game at Adelaide Oval, good crowd and attendance. What a game, what a ground to play football on. Absolutely sensational. It's a bit overcast today. We'll get Poppy down on the ground later on with the ground report.
Actually, Gary, we might go down to Rob Popplestone if we can and just check how the ground is at ground level and the wind conditions. We go down to Rob.
Thanks for that, DB. Look, the conditions of the Oval very, very good. Just a hint of breeze favouring right of screen, and of course kicking that way will be Sturt, so there's probably just a 1 or 2 goal breeze, but otherwise conditions are almost perfect.
Rob, we might get you to check on the benches for both teams for us. You can see that light breeze. It appears to be just going across the ground more than anything. But today it's second Port Adelaide taking on 5th Sturt, and Sturt have a chance of winning 3 in a row for the first time since late 1988. To take up the call, special comments, Mark Daly, your commentator, Gary Window.
As I said, a good crowd here, David. It's certainly a great ground to play football on. This is a big one today. They'll need it, Mark. This is going to really test the young Sturt side out.
Just quickly, Gary, before we start this game, Higgins has a job this afternoon, picking up Brody Atkinson, has already started in the centre square.
It's good to see. Jakes will take it on. I've been interested in his performance this year for the Magpies. He'll take on Feast. There's the first bounce down, the match of the day. Sturt taking on the Port Adelaide Magpies. A lot of heavy work in there. What's Hodges doing up there in the centre?
Just quickly, Scotty Hodges started in the middle. Plenty of pushing and plenty of shoving, but he's just giving, I reckon, Scotty Hodges a chance to get around the football, get his hands on it early, just give him a little bit of confidence.
It's interesting, fellas. They played him in the centre in a trial. I went down and watched them last week. Played 2 quarters in the centre, obviously trying to run him into some fitness.
Oh, big bodies in there. Jakes get it away. It's Carter for the Magpies. He goes to the northern end. There's danger there. Centre half forward. Oh, Darren Smith. Too loose on him. He's gone to the open goal. What a start from the Magpies. Oh, very loose. Did it, eyes?
Hit the post.
Oh, that was closer. Look, they deserved the goal. Great attacking move. Port 1 point lead Sturt. Nothing yet at the start of the game. Kick goes to the outer side of the ground. Big pack of players. Feast up high from behind, couldn't take it. Kick away there by Sturt in the person of Laidlaw. Goes around the outer. It's Atkinson. Goes into the centre half forward position. Bounces over the back. Ambrose comes out. Good handball away to Clayton. He's got it wide. They'll get out of trouble here. Wide again. It's Port Adelaide through Polton. Centre wing position. Big Jakes under it. Feast knocks the ball away. Wide it is. They can't get it. Jakes does well for a big man. Right foot, high, centre half forward, it's all Port Adelaide in there, and the mark's taken there by Borlays. Plays on quickly, player going past is McGuinness, can't pick it up. He's knocked off the ball, then gets back and gets it, well done. Darren Smith, what will he do? Tucked in the right forward flank, he's got a player loose, he goes there. Beautiful pass, and finds Tom Carr, only 15 metres from goal.
Great intensity, great pressure being applied by the Magpies at the moment. They are fair dinkum, they are going to start this game. They want to win it, you can just see it, but at the moment, Magpies are on top.
Tom Carr, what a future for him. Only 19 years of age. Acute angle, at least 45 degrees, under the scoreboard down there at the Adelaide Oval. Puts it on the way. The kid, I think he's kicked that one, has he? No, he hasn't. Offline again. 2 misses in the first 2 minutes of this game. Port Adelaide 2 points, Sturt yet to score.
A great opening. They are kicking against a slight breeze, around about 2 or 3 goals, I would say, to Double Blues, kicking to the right of screen, which is the southern end.
Threadgold goes short. The target underneath that one is Robinson. He appears to be playing deep in defence, picking up Smith, so he's at centre half-back. Pachura, who I thought might have played at centre half-back, has lined up on a half-back flank. He's been in dominant form the last 3 weeks or so at centre half-back. Drives towards the midfield. Feast up. Jark's got a hand to it. The back of the pack, Carr, who had a shot for goal just moments ago, goes forward. Gathering it in. McGuinness stolen away by Threadgold. The skipper does well. Towards centre half forward. He blasts the ball, but Figa comes crashing out. Backs himself in. Has time for a bounce. Port Adelaide are fired up today. They're coming off the bye, of course, and it's always a worry, but today they look on their game. Carter claimed off the ball by Rickler. It's holding the balls to the umpire, and the advantage allowed to fly as the Double Blues advance through Lennon. Along the outer side, a long, low ball. First man there underneath it is Stanfield. Tries to paddle it up just inside the line. Forced over by Ambrose, and will have a throw in.
A good movement there forward. We can just see out there McGuinness is covering a fair bit of territory at the moment, but a great contest in the middle between the two big fellas, and Jarks and also Big Feast.
Sturt going to that River Torrens end in this first quarter, the knock away, but it's all McGuinness there for the Magpies. Kicks it out to centre wing. They can't take it. Off there is Powell for Sturt. He puts them into attack again. They need a grab up there. Can't do it. It's over the back. Oh, barging through. Carr started very well. Gets a handball away. Tregenza, brilliant tackling by the Sturt side. That'll give them a chance. Little Weatherall's got it. He goes wide. Plenty of players in there. Judd now short. He's got a loose player there, and he's found him running in the forward pocket. And that's Julian Burton.
Yeah, good pressure there applied there by Big Stanfield. Knew he had to stop Tregenza. He put the tackle on, and that just forced the turnover. Good work by the big fella and Barry Stanfield.
Burton, Gary, will have a bit to prove. A former Port Adelaide player, not required.
He'll need this goal. I tell you what, Sturt can get a goal at Hurley here. They'll make after a couple of misses from Port Adelaide, will hold him in good stead. Burton now, acute angle, puts it on the way. It looks a good kick, but another one, a poster. It's hit the post. Sturt get their first point of the game, and Port are leading on 2 points.
This game has opened at a cracking pace, Mark, isn't it?
It has. It's just starting to settle down now. I think Double Blues are just starting to find their feet up. A fair bit of rough stuff applied by the Magpies early.
That's the way they're going to go at it. Ambrose got the beautiful kick from Delaney. Delaney used the ball pretty well. Treadway in front of Pachura. I think that's why they played Pachura there. They knew that Treadway would be a problem. Now it's McGuinness forcing it wide. Darren Smith has been in the thick of things in the opening couple of minutes of this match. Chips in short. Oh, just look at him. The jab's out in front of Threadgold, and he's marked it about 25 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, good play on football. Treadway through the middle, just gave it across to McGuinness. McGuinness saw Smith out wide, but beautiful skills on his left side of his body was a big fella, and Darren Smith put the ball out in front, and there's nothing Chris Threadgold could do from behind.
And Scotty Hodges on the lead. He just looks terrific, and he launches into a ball. There's very few people that can bustle him off it. He's powerful at the ball, and this is good for the confidence. 20 metres out directly in front, almost, and bang, gets his first. Good confidence builder, and Port Adelaide are on the board with a goal.
We just see their players going to Scotty Hodges, just giving him a little bit of confidence. He needs that. Needs a little bit of enthusiasm, a little bit of support this afternoon. But watch this, quick hands. McGuinness finds it, goes out wide to Smith. Smith, the ball set up beautifully for him, but look at this, left-hand side. Just put it out in front, didn't kick it too hard. Just gave him a chance to run onto it. And a good goal by Scotty Hodges, his first for the afternoon.
Oh, Scott Hodges, amazing. 168 games, 651 goals in that one today. Back in the centre. Big Jake's winning out of there, gets it away. They're through the centre of the ground to Ginniver. Right foot goes long. The flyer from behind is Treadway. Couldn't take it over the back. Pachura gets the handball wide to Richter. He can't pick it up. There's the Port bodies going in. Borlase gets it away. Malakellis can't take it. Goes back, does it well. Handball doesn't find anyone in particular. Going near the line, it's West. He's got Tregenza wide. There's plenty of players there. The skipper's got it. Ginniver. Oh, it's a bad kick. Weatherall snapped that out. What can they do? The Double Blues into attack. Up in front. Big Stanfield can't mark. Oh, it's tapped down intelligently. Front of the pack. It's all Sturt there. Through Ferguson. Into the forward lines. Big White can't mark it. Goes to the back of the pack. Big tackling there. The umpire right there will have a bounce down. It's all pretty hectic in there.
We just see here in the pack, Carr going over the ball pretty hard. Got plenty Plenty of energy at the moment, Tom Carr. Plenty of desperation showing.
Stanfield doing the ruck work in the forward line for the Double Blues. Forces it down. Archie just hammered into the ground by Higgins. It is tough out there in the trenches. Archie, only 23 and only 29 games. Had a stint away from the club. On his day as an extremely exciting player. Ferguson thumps it down. Loose ball falls to Atkinson, dragged off the ball, plays for the free. The umpire was having none of that. McGuinness handballs it off to Higgins in turn. Carr comes long and wide. A little too wide, however, and out of bounds on the full.
See Northeast there. Alongside him also Robbie West. A couple of experienced campaigners there. Former best and fairest.
Damon Shaw, the other player, wasn't it, Gary?
Yeah, Sturt need they do that, and he's been a good player for him. Sturt need a goal. It goes into their half-forward line. Can't get it clear. Archie does well. Gets the handball away. Good tackling by Ginniver. Oh, shrugged off by Atkinson. That was terrific play. It's wide. They've got a chance here now. Running in the open goal is Irvin. He goes into that southern end goal. Can't kick it, though. It's through for a minor score. Oh, that's a bad miss. Sturt go to 2 points. Porter on 1 goal 2.
Just don't miss those sort of opportunities. Running into an open goal, 45 metres out, you make sure you put them through the middle. But a good work in the middle of the ground by Atkinson, just too strong. Upper body strength, broke the tackle from Ginniver.
Delaney again has used the ball beautifully. Had Jarks and Paulet's in there. Jarks it was who took the one-hander, feeds it off to the runner and McGuinness. This fellow looks like he's fired up today, has time for a couple of bounces, explodes away from defence and drives it towards half-forward. The spoil comes forward to loose ball. Who wants it? Loose man underneath that running wide. Now is Malakalis. Received the ball from Higgins and goes long to Smith. He's got it, says Darren. There was Hodges and Smith, a two-pronged attack, and either one of them could have grabbed it.
As you see, they're playing this side of the field at the moment, Gary. They're dragging across, plenty of space on this outer flank forward pocket, just giving their forwards an opportunity to just run it onto the football.
But Aaron Smith, who's had 3 kicks already in this match, kick number 4, a lazy one, he just stabbed at it, and he would be very disappointed.
Yeah, he certainly would. That's a bad miss from him. 315 games. What a player he's been for the Port Adelaide Magpies.
463 goals to boot as well.
Amazing
Fair
performance.
effort.
Got a few experienced players in there, this Port Adelaide side. 9 minutes into this first quarter, it's Port 1-2 leading Sturt 2 points. It's in the centre of the ground. Sturt have got to do something. Little Weatherolds tried hard, gets away now through Powell. He's got a player he can handball further on. That's good. Sturt with a chance through Irvin. Go to centre half forward. Oh, good body work there by Fegan. Absolutely sensational play. The handball wide. Ambrose gets it away to McGuinness. Oh, he's going today. Drives long, wide. Out there, Malakalis will be paid. The free kick wasn't. Handball away is good. That'll allow Port Adelaide in through West. He goes goalwards. Where's the flyer? Smith from behind. He's got it. 2 grabs coming down. Oh, Darren Smith loves them. Great mark. How'd you like to mark like that, Mark Nayley?
I don't think I've taken too many of those in my career.
You can see it coming from a long way back.
At the moment, I think Phil Carman just needs to be concerned about what Darren Smith is doing. He is covering some ground. He is moving across that forward line and giving them every option the players coming forward, but marking the ball well as well.
He kicks a goal. That's a great goal there, putting it through. Smith's an absolutely terrific player. That makes it a bit hard. Port now 2-2 lead. Sturt on 2 points.
Can't help but think, Mark, that possibly Patura is a better matchup for Darren Smith.
Just look at this body clash here between Ferguson and Fegan. Fegan maybe had the better duel because he's running straight hard at the football, but Ferguson didn't pull out either. Maybe made the mistake by taking his feet off the ground. Should have got lower and hit through the body a bit harder.
Yeah, I think that's a fair call there. I just can't help but thinking that Robinson might be better on Treadray and Patura a better matchup for Smith, because Smith is cutting them to pieces as Atkinson feeds it out to Irvin. A long ball and it goes wide. Wide is the target. Ambrose after him. Handballs it back into play. Burton the support. Snaps around the corner. It's bending back a little too fast, since the goal umpire. It's a point. 2 points to Burton. And in other matches being played around town today, West Adelaide by 2 goals over North Adelaide. North ravaged by the flu, we're told. South by 2 goals over Norwood. Well, it's early days there. And Glenelg by 11 points over the Eagles.
What about that, Mark Nayley? Oh, you wouldn't believe that, would you? Delaney, long, centre half back. Big Jakes flies from the front, doesn't get it. Fegan, he's got it, plays on quickly. He'll go to the outer side of the ground. The spaces out there. The kick's right on West chest, centre wing, outer side. Out under the Victor Richardson gates at the Adelaide Oval. You're on ABC Football. All the big games. Oh, it's Tregenza. Pace. Goes long. He's looking for Hodges. He's tripped. He'll get a free kick. Will he? No, he hasn't paid it. He went to ground early, but Treadgold's got it, and he'll clear to the outer side of the ground.
Wide ball. They're playing Port Adelaide style of game, aren't they? Switching the direction of play, and you be the judge on this one. Did Scotty get pushed or did he trip? No, he tripped himself. Danny Cow right on the job there. No doubt about that decision. I don't think Scotty was happy, but it was pretty clear from the replay. Stanfield around the corner, White in front of Ambrose. I'm looking forward to this battle, Mark.
Yeah, also Barry Stanfield and Nigel Finger, centre-half back, centre-half forward. That's going to be a great duel as well.
Archie and Burton. Carr thumps it across and concedes the point. Did pretty well. So we go down to Rob Copplestone on the boundary.
Sturt go forward, back in defence, a few moves. The one you suggested, the most prominent of those. Patura has now the job on Smith, and Robinson goes back to Mark Treadray.
Delaney brings the ball in. The centre-half back kick away by Irvin is good for Sturt, but that Carr's playing well in defence. He gets a high kick centre of the ground. Carter's grabbed it. Beautiful play. Tregenza looking good early. He goes short to Robbie West. Wonder he's playing again. That's terrific stuff. Tregenza traps that ball well. Can he get it up? He does at the 50-metre line. Centres it. In the way is the captain, Ginniver. He drops it, but it never gives in. Goes back under it. Tries to get it clear. They all pack up there out in front of the Port Adelaide goal. Bounce down.
So that feeling at the moment that Port Adelaide just hitting the ball a little bit harder than the Double Blues. They're just going at it a little bit hard. They're running and supporting very, very well. But at the moment, I think the Double Blues just a little bit intimidated by the pressure that's been applied.
Ginniver let him off the hook. He very rarely drops the chest mark. He did. It's in the goal square for Port Adelaide Magpies. Knock away. Danger here for the Double Blues. Getting it away there is a good kick from Weatherall. Goes to centre wing. They battle out their foot. Get it on. Irvin getting kicks for the Double Blues. Goes into the half-forward region. They battle there. Judd can't get it. Picked up by Clayton. I like the look of that lad also. Gets it away to Polton. Left foot. Treadray from behind. Can he grab it? No. Goes over the back. Recovers well. Handball to the skipper. Ginniver's got it. He started ordinary. There's another little mistake. Goes into the forward pocket. It's not out on a full. There'll be a throw-in in the left forward pocket with Port Adelaide leading 2-2. Sturt at 4 points. We're 14 minutes into this first quarter.
Well, their gun players at the moment through the middle. You see Treadray finding the ball. Also Tregenza just cutting them apart through the midfield as well. But there's West who's come back into the game. But at the moment, Port Adelaide have got the numbers around the football.
Feast gathers it from the ruck contest, feeds it off to the runner in Lennon, who explodes from half-back, straight down the field. That's the right way for them to go. Stanfield front position. Carr is having the better of Judd so far. Carr is really attacking from defence and doing a great job. Big fly. Feast couldn't bring it to ground. A loose ball falls, and it might have been Danny Jarks, or is it Treadray there? Danny Jarks it was. Big fly, Feast. And couldn't complete the mark, Bit of hang time.
That's really good in footy, isn't it? Really scary stuff. He was up high.
Great athlete. I'll tell you this much. We were supposed to profile him for today's game, but the cameras came out and he bolted Feast. He's a real shy character. And this is Weatherall, a long ball. Judd getting amongst the action now. He just judged that beautifully and marks it at right half forward. Bit of movement. Stanfield loose. He just took his time. Out comes Burton on the lead. That's ignored. Now there's plenty of players dropped into the hole. It's just taken too long.
Great kick. Did he get there?
He needed to make the kick because he had 2 or 3 options and he ignored them, and the finish, Port Adelaide got back and filled it up. There's a great lesson for Judd there, Mark.
Nayley was calling it there from the box here. He was telling them where to go.
One man there on the screen seemed to be enjoying the afternoon's football action.
Well, it's nothing more relaxing than being at Adelaide Oval, Gaz, is there?
Best place to watch footy. It still is. Watch some games and finals we've seen here many years ago, and now the big talk about doing up Footy Park for more people. I'd like to put some more big grandstands around here and come back here again.
I might just go down and wake him.
Yeah, you are a malicious
throw in at
individual.
left half forward flank. Comes to the front of the pack. They can't get it clear through there. Port get there first. Atkinson puts the pressure on. Kicks off the ground. Burton's got it. Handball's inboard. That's good play. That's a good running goal. That looked like there it was for Sturt in Weatherall, was it? And he's banged it through. Great goal for Sturt. 1 goal 4 they go to. Quarter 2-2. And we've had 16 minutes into this very interesting first quarter.
Yeah, good set up here. Big Barry Stanfield. It's not bad having him. Just see here, good tackling by Atkinson. He's solid, just knew how to chip the ball forward. Good pick up by Burton, and good quick kick on the boot by Weatherall. He's short, he's got plenty of pace, plenty of courage, but a good goal by Tim Weatherall. That's their first for the afternoon.
17 minutes into the first term, it's a 5-point ball game. The Double Blues going blow for blow with the powerful Magpie outfit. Jarks thumps it to ground. Richter can't control the ball. Irvin just flicks it out to Judd internal. Long handball to Feast. The big fellow is pushing down the field. Now it's Lennon. Long handballs are working for them so far. Archie needs to take on a man and run around him. Handballs are forward. He's tripped. The umpire said play on.
You're blind up.
Comment Gary Window.
And the kick goes down. Oh, I don't like that. That was right in front of the umpire. That was an intentional strip. Oh, let's have a look at this, the replay, Mark. What did you reckon?
He undid his shoelaces and retied him up again. At that much time, we round his ankles.
Sturt going to attack again into the half-forward line. Fee gets out there first, taps the ball out of play.
As we go to other matches around town today, it's West Adelaide by 13 points over North. South by 3 points over Norwood. Mark Nally be pleased to see they're still in front. And Glenelg by 13 points over the Eagles.
And here at Adelaide Oval, it's Port 2-2 leading Sturt 1-4. We're 18 minutes into this interesting first quarter. Sturt have got some work to do. They handball wide. They seem to recover though. Port hit them early, but now Sturt trying to get plenty more of the ball. Polton's got it. Oh, he does well. Wheels one way, goes the other. And there's that characteristic long kick to half forward. Feast! What a beauty over the top, and he's grabbed it.
More hang time.
Terrific mark. He goes on quickly. It's a scrubby looking kick off the boot. Patura's out there. Intelligent handball to Lennon. Back to Patura. Left foot. Who's down there? It's in the slot. Good kick. That's the way to play footy. Eyes up. And the kick goes in. The mark taking it centre half forward.
O'Leary, is it?
O'Leary long. It looks like his build into the goal square. Oh, player hitting the post there. Very hard. A Port Adelaide player. The ball's out of play, throwing left forward pocket.
As we go down to the boundary line, Rob Popperstone.
Thanks, DB. Just down here on the boundary, a change being made by the Double Blues. Archie coming off after that indiscretion. I know he was infringed on, but he simply shouldn't have tried to get around that man by himself. And the man who just got possession of that ball, O'Leary, coming on.
Gee, I disagree with you, Rob. I reckon he should have taken on the man. His only crime was that he got tripped. Snap for goal, touched by Delaney. And it was Judd. Off hands and through for a point.
Sturt have increased their work rate at the moment. They are getting numbers around the football. They are, and the game has settled down. The Magpies not going in quite as hard and quite as desperate as they first started. The Double Blues are back in this with only a 3-point margin.
Delaney kicks in, finds Ambrose, gets the handball away. Malakillis. This will look for Smith. Oh, you could read it from here. Smith, oh, beautiful play, Tregenza. That's copybook football. Where's Hodges? It goes in that direction. Nearly marks, comes off hands, out to the boundary line. They race for it. Maloney there can't get it. They battle for the ball. Coming back, heavy tackling going on there. But Port Adelaide have got a free kick.
Robbie West.
Yeah, just was taken after he got rid of the football. Didn't really get control of it. The Sturt player may have thought he had it, but he hadn't. And a good decision by the umpires.
Hard kick by West. He's tucked under the scoreboard. Oh, he goes short. That's loose. Carter's got it. It wasn't far enough. It's called now for the mark. No, they've let it go on. The umpire doesn't know what he's doing down there. He's let it go. The handball away goes wide in the other forward pocket for the Magpies. It's out of play. There's the Sturt bench. Archie doesn't look happy, does he? He's been dragged. A lot of footballers get that nowadays. Something goes wrong, the coach not happy, drag you off, have a think about it. Throw in. Left forward pocket for the Magpies. 20 minutes into the first quarter on ABC football. They battle hard in there, trying to get it clear. It's all Port Adelaide. Oh, Treadray onto the right foot, snaps towards goal, but that's well offline. And Port go to 2-3, leading Sturt 1-5, 21-minute mark, first quarter.
Red goal to game with the ball, entertaining. It's a 5-point ball game. The Double Blues trail. Port Adelaide's 50-50 ball effort today has been terrific, and I think they've caught Sturt by surprise. Sturt just need to lift a little bit at the 50-50 ones. Big fly, Jarks at the back. It was Darren Smith. Atkinson just flicks one out forward. Pack develops. O'Leary puts his hand up for a taxi, but Danny Jarks over the top of the ball. There's Shaw. And northeast.
Darren Smith at the moment, he's in everything. I reckon he should be buying a lottery ticket tonight before the game is finished, because he is in fine form, going through a bit of a purple patch.
Yes, when he's good, he's very, very good, isn't he? Judd off the ground, forces the ball forward. Opportunity now for Ferguson to go forward. A big fly at half forward. Well done, little fella. Witherall thumps it forward. Ambrose clean goal. Witherall can go after again. He's dragged off the ball. Burton and Delaney go at it. Burton flicks it out the back door. Did pretty well in the finish, but Fegert was good enough. Kicks it out of bounds on the fall. It's out on the fall. A free kick to the Double Blues. Fegert caught under pressure.
It's not too often you see a magpie jumper come out like that, as we saw through Ambrose. Just lifted his eyes before he took the football.
And it was Witherall.
And it should have cost him the goal.
Yeah, Witherall who got there and takes the free kick, bends it around the corner. Would be deserving if he kicked a goal here, because he manufactured this, the young kid himself, and it's through. That's a team lifter. They're back in front. They're a point ahead. And that's his second.
Yeah, good work. He started that, Witherall. He committed his body, knocked the ball out of the marking contest, ran onto it. Ambrose ran over the top of it. And we just saw that. That kept the ball in the forward line area, which I think would please Phil Carman. Love to see his forward line players working hard to hold it down there.
Mark, that was sensational. Witherall, he's another chance, I reckon, get drafted. I've liked that little bloke. He's too small, but I tell you what, is he a goer? A fine individual performance. Back in the centre, Jakes, Feast, it comes down to that centre bounce again. Feast gets an intelligent knock away to Richter. He goes in, oh, great one-handed mark. That's a beauty taken there as Sturt going to attack. He's done well, O'Leary. Kicks into the forward line. Burton there with a chance. Goes one way. Leaves Roger behind him. Goes towards goal. Who's there? Oh, it's only Big Ambrose up. He can't mark it. Oh, that was a terrible push there on Stanfield, and Port have got away with it.
Big Baz there. Good push in the side. Good effort there. He lunged Big Ambrose. Just got his hands to him, but I think the big fella in Stanfield may be suffering a little bit there. Maybe his knee, possibly the side of his body.
Left forward pocket, McGuinness has got it. Puts it out, but it's all Sturt in there. Kicking in, it's Richter. Goes in there, it's a good mark by Burton. You've got to do that against the Port Adelaide Magpies. Roger Delaney's going crook. He always does that. He couldn't do anything else. That's a beauty, Mark Nally, a great grab.
Great grab, but sad news is Big Barry Stanfield is coming off. We can see him limping across the oval. Number 7 in Michael Wharton will come on to replace him, but that's a bad loss. A great mark by Burton. Just used his body, just held Big Delaney away, and took a very valuable mark, and should goal from where he is.
It's a body blow as Stanfield jogs off. At least he's jogging. They'll try to get something done to that knee. Let's stay with Burton now. He's only a couple of metres out. He's very close. That looked a beautiful kick off the boot. That's a major. He split the centre. Good play by the Sturt side. 24 minutes into this first quarter. What a comeback by Sturt after a tardy start. Sturt 3-5, lead Port 2-3.
Just this contest here. You might better see it on screen. He went down with his knee, landed on it. It was his right leg. But watch this. Some good, clever work here. Witherall been very, I think it was Richter, just pushed the ball up in the air, but strong work here by the big fella in Burton. Just used his arms and his upper body strength.
At the bounce, Jarks thumps it down. McGuinness back to Jarks in the double play. It's a good play by the Double Blues forward. Underneath this one, opportunity for O'Leary off to Feast. On the left foot and out on the lead. It was White. The big fella couldn't quite complete the chest mark. Comes again, handballs off, but it was just a little bit long for Witherall. Carr cuts it off and defends stoutly. Drives it towards the outer half-back flank. Polton was the target, but he miskicked it. Lennon intercepts and straightens up, delivers the ball long and high into the forward line. It comes, and one-handed attempt underneath there by White. Off the ground, it's a goal. And coming onto the ground and getting his first is Wharton. Well, what an upset. They've raced out now to a 13-point lead.
Yeah, great challenge here. They're playing in front. They've got that wall set up nicely, but just here we see him coming through the play. Just came on to replace Big Barry Stanfield in Wharton. Has kicked his first major and his first kick this afternoon.
Oh, what a goal that was. 26 minutes into the first quarter. That's great. Let's hear Robbie Popplestone down on the boundary.
Thanks, Gary. Good atmosphere down here, boundary level. And let me tell you, Barry Stanfield's knee is just being iced as we speak. A little bit worried about lateral and interior possible damage there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he may not be too serious damage to that right knee.
It's on in the centre of the ground.
Higgins and Judd, Gary.
Oh, I tell you, it's a tough game of footy now. It'll get tougher too with Port. Now, after that first couple of goals, Sturt have hit back. There's Barry Stanfield on the bench. Doesn't look too worried, but you never know. Hope he recovers quickly. There's the ball into the Sturt forward line. Oh, Big White. Beautiful handball to Weatherall. He goes into the open goal from 30 metres out, but he's offline. He's through for the minor score.
Another match is being played around town today. West Adelaide by 13 points over North. South by a point over Norwood, hanging on grimly. And Glenelg by 6 points. The Eagles are starting to peel the Tigers back just a fraction.
You see they're warming up on the boundary line is Paul Northeast. Premiership player, 192 games, plenty of experience. I'm sure the back line at the moment, just getting under a fair bit of pressure. I think Paul Northeast needs to be out there.
Sturt bring it in. I tell you what, it's been a good quarter of football. Port Adelaide will steady and go hard, though, as it goes wide to the outer side of the ground. It's knocked away. And Robbie Popplestone on the ground for an update.
Thanks for that, Gary. Just down here, Northeast, you said warming up. He now goes onto the field for the first run and coming off his young Jared Polton.
Fancy having him run down. Have a look at Northeast. He's strapped up. He looks tough and mean as he runs on the ground. It's on the outer side of the ground. Put in a little bit of pressure out there. Sturt getting into the ball beautifully now. There's Lennon. He's played well today in this first quarter. He gives the ball back to the umpire. Bounce down, outer side of the ground. 27-minute mark, first quarter. Sturt 4-6, leading Port Adelaide 2-3. Knock away. Sturt, there it is again. Beautiful read off the pack there as Judd's got it. He goes wide in looking for the leading player, White. He couldn't find him. Over the back, it's Feegert. Out of play in the left forward pocket for the Double Blues. Well, Mark, that's a good comeback. They're in a bit of trouble early.
Scoreboard at Adelaide Oval shows a 15-point margin. Our score, I'm told, is correct. It's a 14-point margin in favour of the Double Blues. And Higgins over the top of the ball, claimed, goes to ground. O'Leary just wrapped him up, Mark.
He's done well, Mark O'Leary. I don't know much about him. He's come on and got a couple of valuable kicks in there.
Former Norwood player, picked up by the Double Blues. He's done pretty well since changing clubs. As the bounce is on, White gathers it down. Feegert tries to take charge of it, but Lennon just upends him. Over the top of the ball, working pretty hard was Tommy Carr, and locking it in as Michael Wharton, number 7 for the Double Blues, who's a former Port Adelaide player. So they've got a few former opposition players in the side. They've recruited pretty well. They've selectively gone for what they've needed. And Phil Carman's coming up with a pretty competitive unit right now.
O'Leary's a strong, have a look at him on screen there. He's a strong-looking bloke. I'll need that today if they're going to win this game.
He's only played 20 games, but at Norwood he was sort of a third stringer, Gary, behind a few other players. And I think he's just enjoyed the chance of settling in to a league side and getting a few games under his belt, and he's enjoying it. Laidlaw goes hard at it, crashing through was Wharton. He'd be keen to do well against his old side as well, and there's a couple of very happy Sturt supporters. They're enjoying a renaissance this year, the Double Blues, and their supporter base is growing by the minute.
It's good to have them back too. I tell you what, you need a strong Sturt. I can remember their very good sides. Under Carman, they've done very well as the siren sounds to end the first quarter. 29 minutes it went. Sturt lead 4-6. Port to 2-3.
Yeah, great opening quarter there by the Double Blues. We just saw, Port started the first 10 minutes, really was there. They were in control. They had players of the quality of Tregenza and also Darren Smith up forward, and Scotty Hodges taking some good grabs. But in the back line, they had Tommy Carr in very, very good form and Nigel Feegert at centre half back. But then all of a sudden, about the 15-minute mark, the Double Blues found their feet. The game settled down and Double Blues came back into it. They've also been served very, very well. Right from full back with Chris Threadgold coming through to Matthew Powell through the middle, and also up forward with the players like Burton and also Big Stanfield until he went off. But the quarter time scores here at Adelaide Oval, we see Sturt leading. They're 4 goals, 6-30. Port Adelaide, they're 2 goals, 3-15. And you're seeing all the action live on ABC Sport.
Have a look at our scoreboard. Sturt at 4-6.
We might just give you that score a little bit more accurately after the third try. It's 2-4-16 Port. Sturt are 4-6-30. It's 14 points at quarter time here at Adelaide Oval. And if you're a Sturt fan, I think you'll be sitting home and enjoying this. And don't worry, if you're a Magpie fan, they've got plenty of fight left in them yet. Well, one of the big improvers for Sturt this year has been their centre half-back, Mark Ventura. Today we profile their centre half-back.
2 AFL games and 28 SNFL games. Outside of footy, probably get a good job in teaching and just enjoy life. In football, I'd like to play at the highest level again if possible, but if it doesn't come around, well, I just like to play in SNFL because it's a good league. If I'm not playing footy, I like to sort of get away from as much as possible and play a bit of golf, watch videos, go to the movies, just get away from as much as possible. Other sports would probably be golf, enjoy golf, basketball, a bit of cricket. Toughest opponent this year would probably be James Tyson, who's pretty tough this year. On the wing, other than that, they're all pretty hard. I think the SNFL is great. It's a good stepping stone for players like myself to get back in the AFL, and also for younger players, it's a good breeding ground. Biggest influence in my career would probably be Mark Williams, who's the assistant coach at Port Power. An inspirational player would probably be Simon Feast every time he takes a big mark. Passion for the game for me is very big, especially this year with the football club, the Sturt Footy Club, because we haven't played in the finals for a while, so it'd be good to get the tradition back and play in the finals again. McGarry medal this year, probably Simon Feast.
With thanks to Mark Patura there. He wasn't supposed to be our player profile, by the way. It was supposed to be big Simon Feast, who took off from training on Thursday night. Simon, if you're watching this back, we're coming for you. And it was great that Mark Patura predicts that you're going to be a McGarry medalist. Well, hope you don't win McGarry medal night, because I'll have to interview you if that happens. And you're a real chance, son, so stay at it. Well, highlights in the first quarter was tough, aggressive football. A couple of players hit the post, not with the football, with their heads. But as we go to these highlights, Mark, it was a tough encounter with Darren Smith dominating early.
Yeah, Darren Smith early on Robertson. He had to be moved off at about the 15-minute mark. He was on top, but Darren Smith in great touch. We just see going forward again to the back, another strong mark overhead. Coming against his third mark, as you can see in those highlights. That's his goal that he just kicked. He kicked one in that first quarter. Had an opportunity to kick at least 3 or possibly 4.
Gary, he was terrific in the air, wasn't he?
That's good aerial skills in it, absolutely terrific, and he's known for that and certainly put his mark on this game early.
Now this is where Ambrose hits the post, headbutts the post would be perhaps more accurate.
Tell you, that's dangerous. They've got it well padded nowadays.
And Stanfield gets pushed into it by Ambrose, tit for tat there. And came off with a knee injury shortly thereafter.
Well, his knee hit the ground, didn't it?
Well, we have a report that Stanfield on the boundary line has his knee iced and is not looking too bad. We think that he might be able to come back on. All things being considered, we hope for his sake that he does. As we go down to the boundary line, Rob Popplestone, Phil Carman would have been very happy at quarter time.
He was, actually. He took a fairly methodical approach to that first quarter. Every man has got a job. That's obviously to beat his opponent initially, and then to aid and abet his teammate in beating his opponent. Over at Sturt, he was didn't really praise anyone in particular, but the team as a whole said the way they approached the body, the way they manned up when they didn't have the ball was very impressive, and they'll need to do that against a quality opponent like Port Adelaide for the full 120 minutes. Over the other side of the fence, of course, Port Adelaide, Steve Williams came down and his first message to the players was, I hope you realise now that we have got a more than capable opponent facing us here at Adelaide Oval today. Give them the respect they deserve, but in the same time, give them nothing. Take them on, hit them hard, and most of all, make more of your opportunities when you move the ball forward. In particular, I suppose it was obvious that Darren Smith didn't finish some good work when he had opportunities to do just that. And finally, DB, an update on Barry Stanfield. It's in actual fact a burst blood vessel in that right knee, and there is every likelihood he may return to the field.
Thanks for that, Robbie. And other matches being played around town today. North Adelaide lead West Adelaide by 11 points. They really fought back hard late in the quarter. South Adelaide 5-1, Norwood 3-5. So South Adelaide have come home strongly again. They lead by 8 points at Noarlunga Oval. And the Eagles and Glenelg are playing it out for a draw at quarter time at Woodville Oval. As we come back to our scoreboard, 4-6-30. We repeat that to 2-4-16. It is 14 points the margin. The Adelaide Oval scoreboard was wrong. Weatherall has 2, Burton and Wharton 1, and Smith and Hodges have 1 each for Port Adelaide. And Gary and Mark, statistically, not much in it particularly.
No, Mark, that's been a terrific performance by Sturt. You warned me before the game, but there's the stats coming up. Sturt with their 48 kicks in the end after a tardy start to 46 to Port. Pretty even there. Sturt not as good in the air, and that's because Darren Smith, those 17 for Port, 15. Handballs 28 to Sturt. They're getting more of the ball. 25 to Port. The frees 4 and 2. So pretty even stats there, but Sturt certainly in the last half of that quarter started to get a lot more of the ball.
Yeah, just on the personal side of view, I mean, Wetherell's had 9 possession, Judd's had 8, and Atkinson 6 for the Magpies. Carr's had 7 touches, also McGuinness 7, Fegert and Tregenza both have had 6.
2 coaches coming off there, see Carmen, now Stephen Williams. What a dynasty, as we called it before, but he'll be one of the best coaches ever, this lad, in time. I reckon he's just starting now, but could end up anywhere. Very good coach. And Phil Carmen also, you saw just before that coming off, has done a great job with Sturt this year.
We're about to get underway with the second quarter. It's Port Adelaide second, playing Sturt, who are fifth. It's the Double Blues leading by 14 points. Your commentators, Mark Daly and Gary Window.
Back in the centre, the crowd getting vocal here. I think it stunned everyone. Port started very well in that first quarter to get a couple of goals up, and then Sturt have hit back very hard with some good performances around the ground through Wetherell, Feast and the centre Atkinson. Bounce down. See what they can do this time. Jakes gets a knock away, goes into the centre half forward position. Batura with a chance. He goes hard at the ball. You have to do that. Good take that was. He had to get down, put his nose over the ball, did so. Bounce down, centre half forward for the Magpies.
Well, both sides have lined up how they started in that first quarter, other than the players that have gone off. So no obvious changes have been made at quarter time.
There's the knock away. It goes into the half-forward line. All Sturt, they're running hard at it. They can't get it clear. Kick away, goes towards goal. It's a goal, I believe. I didn't see who kicked that. Malakillis was it. He's banged it through. That's a good goal, a good comeback. They're going to the southern end this second quarter. The first 30 seconds, they've got a good goal. Port 3-4, trail Sturt 4-6.
This was a real true Rovers goal. The ball came out through here. Just a bad bounce for the boys in the blue, but the Rover was on it. He just picked it up, knew the player was coming at him, threw it onto his boot, threw it high in the air. But terrible. That was a B-grade bounce for the player that was in front, but good goal by Malakillis.
Great Rovers goal to Tony. As we go back to the centre, it's now an 8-point ball game, and the Double Blues still have the lead. Feast taps it down. Quick handballs from Irvin to Atkinson was good play. On the left boot goes Atkinson. Full forward, big wide up. 1 bite, 2 bites, couldn't bring it to ground. O'Leary on the left boot goes towards goal, but he's missed just the left side of the post. It's a point.
A couple of targets up forward there. Big White had to sit. Was 2 deep, nearly 3 deep into that pack, and his hands to the ball. Nearly took it the second bite, but one of his teammates took it out of his hands. But good opening by both sides.
Roger Delaney to bring the ball back into play. He'll go long, as he always does, that left foot, trusty left foot, into the centre of the ground. A lot of pushing and shoving there. The umpires didn't see that. Ambrose has got it. Ginniver on the end of the handball, goes wide. Carter's on centre wing to take it for the Magpies. Carter now looking for a lead at half forward, goes to Ball-Ace and finds him on half forward flank. Ball-Ace, what a kick winner he's been. Not a bit quiet today. Kicks it now, centres it for Hodges. He can't take it. Over the back, they battle through it. Malakillis there on the bottom, can't get it clear. McGuinness there also. Bounced down about 20 metres out from the Port Adelaide goal. They're going to that southern end, the River Torrens end, aided by the slight breeze if it is there. Not much here at Adelaide Oval, probably favouring that end. Kick away, goes out to the outer side of the ground. Good play in front. That's Irvin. He goes onto the left foot. He's got a player in Lennon, centre wing, grandstand side. He finds that man, goes on with it quickly. Atkinson does well using the body. Taken there, that's good play. It's all Sturt there as they go on to a track through Wharton. He puts it a bit wide, but Big White's got it. I believe he's grabbed that in front of the line. The big left footer, he's going to centre it. The umpire's going to make him come around and take it back.
That always confused me, that that decision. The player is especially over his mark. He's outside the boundary line, turns around. I should feel that he should be able to give him the benefit of well, not the benefit of the doubt, but at least been given the opportunity to lay the ball off.
Goes short again and finds Atkinson. That's good play. That could be a penalty there.
Will do.
That'll be 25. The umpire running in and say yes, and they battle hard. There is a real goal. He's a madman, that Higgins. Tough as they come. He's not up happy, but he's been sucked in there, and now the little fella Atkinson will have a kick from about 5 metres out.
I'm not sure that he did, Gary. I reckon Atkinson did it pretty well. He dragged him over the top of him. And I reckon Brodie manufactured that one.
He certainly did. He's like that. Oh, now he's mucked it up. He's hit the post. Oh, Higgins will give him hell now. Have a look at that. Oh, does he go back and give him a mouthful?
Now, I thought when Brodie was giving him a mouthful when he had the 25-metre penalty, that's just not on. You go back and concentrate, and I reckon he lost his focus. Now, you watch, if I'm right, he just drags him over the top of him. Watch, he grabs him, and then Brody goes boom and drags him over the top.
Good call.
White's got it again. He's grabbed it, and the umpire running in to make sure something doesn't happen. Well called, DB. Oh, it's good, the old footy. Atkinson smart, but fancy missing that one at point-blank range.
Gary, you know what I love about today? This, I hope, is going to be the re-emergence of Sturt and Port games. It's got all the atmosphere of a Norwood Port game, hasn't it?
You see young White there. He's a bit like an opening bowler. He's gone up to his mark and then come back. He's marked about 12 steps. He's put a mark on the ground, as you'll see. You'll just see in front of us there. You'll see a mark where he'll kick from.
He needs to kick this, the big fella, the big left footer.
Oh, lovely
He's put
kick.
it in the right spot. It's home! You beauty! What a goal! Sturt goal under 5 goals. 8. That's a good scoring venue down there. Porter on 3 goals, 4 minutes into this second quarter.
The big fella, Stephen White. That was a beautiful kick. Kicked it high, kicked it long, but kicked it very accurately as well. A good goal by the young fella, Stephen White. That's his first for the afternoon.
He's only 21, and a few pundits are suggesting maybe he's got an AFL career ahead of him. Blood rule being enforced here. Weatherall off from the middle as we go down to Rob Popplestone on the boundary.
A change we've made in just a moment. I think you'll find Tim Ginniver is a player to leave the ground. He seems to be carrying a slight leg injury. I'll update you on that at the moment. And also a Sturt player coming off with a blood rule in Tim Weatherall. Replacing him will be Archie, and replacing Ginniver will be, of course, number 12 for Port Adelaide, Matthew Ashley.
Thanks, Rob. The changes being run. One for balance, one for the blood rule. As Weatherall just gets a little bit of blood cleaned off him. On the neck, he's got a scratch. Wonder whether he got a free kick for that one. Mark? Not sure. As Jacques thumps it down, Darren Smith, who's been in terrific form today. Handballs forward and recovers his home handball, claimed by O'Leary, who's been desperate. Atkinson comes in hard at a feast, claims
Great tackling.
Oh, that's a ripper. Now, Sturt have been criticised for their lack of tackling. Atkinson now flicks out the handball, but that is a beauty. You won't see many better than that. Meanwhile, we go back live. This is Wharton at right half forward. A long ball towards full forward. Archie sits under it. Clayton comes again. White the contest. Loose ball falls. Ambrose gets a kick away. He did pretty well in the finish. Tregenza comes through. Archie drags him off the ball. O'Leary snap for goal on the left boot. It's coming back, but not far enough. It's going to be out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, good work again. Good build-up by the Double Blues. They had the ball in their forward line area for a while there. But you'll see here the Magpies will clear it.
Delaney to Clayton is good football. She's getting hard here at Adelaide Oval. Big game. And it goes to the back of the pack. Holding when not in possession. The free kick will go to Treadray. He'll play on quickly. He was going to. No one leading. Now he'll go for Hodges. Hodges into the forward pocket. They battle to get across there. Richter does well. Gets in front. Handballs away to the captain in Threadgold. He goes dangerously in front of goal to Patura, and the Double Blues out of trouble. That's good play to the outer side of the ground to Irvin, who started very well in this game on centre wing. Goes with that long left foot kick, outer side of the ground. Lennon in front can't take it. It goes to the back of the pack. They try to battle it clear, and there are a lot of players around there. Atkinson, he's really upset over the mistake he made kicking that goal. Goes back in hard over it. Can't get it. And oh, what a sad sight for the Magpies. Captain Tim Ginniver, he never looks too worried, does he, Tim? But he does now as we speak. He's got a pain there, and it takes a lot to make him grimace like that.
Polton to his right and Shaw to his left as Treadray thumps the ball into space. Who can run onto it? First man there is Laidlaw. Gathers the ball in, kicks around the corner, delivers it up towards half forward. Ferguson and Clayton go at it. I like the way this fellow Clayton goes about his game. He's tough and uncompromising. Lennon almost marked it, called to play on, got through Higgins. Treadray claims him. Play on, said the umpire as he dispatches the handball into space. Ball Hayes and Carter. Firm at the ball was O'Leary again. And finally, it ends up with Northeast, who drives a long one forward. Darren Smith there, and Darren Smith got 2 hands for it. Couldn't complete it. Richter, Geddes, they're working it out pretty well from the defence, aren't they, the Double Blues? And it's working for them at the moment. Irvin on the grandstand wing. We saw him on the far side moments ago. Gets it off the wall. Inboard it comes. They're playing direct football. Robinson down from a half-back flank, drills it in. Burton couldn't mark it. Loose one for Archie. Can he get through? Carr just wraps him up beautifully. White is claimed by Tregenza. Loose ball falls. Now it's Malakalis strolling through the defensive line, and he feeds it out to Carter.
Finds Carter on centre wing for the Magpies. This game really lifting in the second quarter. We're only 8 minutes in, and Sturt are leading 5-8 to Port 3-4. The Magpies going into attack. Picked up and kicked forward by Tregenza. He's got a loose player in there. McGuinness, he's taken out from behind. Play called on. I thought he would have got a free kick.
No, there's no soft free kicks here today.
Look at McGuinness.
Just watch this. McGuinness took the ball over the top, over the shoulder, knees in the back. Should have been a free kick paid.
What about Hodges shepherding Threadgold out? There's 2 free kicks there. I think the umpire just said dead heat.
Bounced out in the attacking area, coming through. They try to get it clear. Hodges is in there. He can't get out of there. There'll be another bounce down. Sturt wanting to hold that. And Weatherall there getting that blood just trickle from around his neck and fixed up so he can come back on the ground. It's only about 15 metres out from the Magpies' goal. Can they get a goal? They need it. The Sturt side putting some pressure on them. Kick away from Higgins. Doesn't go very far. They battle there under the ball. Good tackling by Richter. Oh, he had a vice-like grip there. Terrific stuff on Robbie West.
The Sturt side that's been criticised for their lack of tackling, Gary.
It's been terrific today, David. They've really been good. They'll have to do it to beat Port Adelaide Magpies. You've got to stop them getting easy touches. The ball goes wide. West in there with a chance, can't get it. They jump into it, they can't do it. Let's go down the ground. Robbie Popplestone.
Thanks, Gary. Down here, Tim Weatherald ready to come back onto the ground for Sturt. Archie will come off. Weatherald's been patched up, and at the moment the bleeding stopped.
Tim Weatherald, a 20-year-old, 2 goals, 1. He's been in dynamic form today. Atkinson got it out to Judd. The kick was smothered. Back in the back pocket we go. There we are. Back live.
That was a good smother off the boot. Well done. That's what the Magpies are good at. It looked like Robbie West out there. Good effort.
Yes, Robbie West has been a great comeback for him. Coming back to something like form. Feast thumps it down. Richter, loose ball, just grubbers one out. Malakalis evades the tackle and gets away a kick towards full forward. It goes. Who wants this one? Hodges underneath it, forced under the balls to the umpire, and Scotty wins the free kick.
It was a contest. I'm not trying to be biased here, but there was a contest between the 2 players here. You just watch. They both were going to give an inch.
No, he grabbed the jumper. No, he grabbed him.
Come on.
No,
Did not see that
That retarded him.
On replay, Threadgold grabbed the jumper and pulled him back.
Look at the incident. Did not retard him.
But you grab the jumper, you're gone for all money. I mean, you can't blame the umpire. You can only pay them. And Hodges bangs through his second.
Soft free kick, soft goal. Wasn't deserved.
What do you reckon, Gary? You be the judge here.
Oh, no, that was a very soft one, I thought. Hodges got in front and he got that easy one, but they all count. That's his second. Here's Malakalis now.
In comes the ball. You just see the right hand grabs Hodges by the jacket, pulls him back. That's what the umpire saw. See, there it is.
Ah, come on.
Very soft, David.
As we go down to the boundary line, Rob Popplestone.
Thanks for that. As you guys argue up there about boundary decisions, I'll let you tell you down here. Matthew Ashley will come off the field, and coming on for his first run of the day is Alex Katsaris.
Good on you. Thanks very much for that, Rob. And 10 points the margin. The Double Blues have the lead. Sorry, Damon Shaw comes on. Thank you. And Irvin flicks it out to Powell through traffic. Burton couldn't quite gather it in. Clayton, he's got a low level of gravity, just stays over the top of the ball. Neither did Malakalis flinch, stayed over it and wins himself a free kick. That's great courage.
Oh, it was a good bit of play there, but I tell you what, the umps are just got to let it go a bit. Yeah. It was a great game of footy.
What was in that? Tell me what was in that.
There's a handball away, but it's ball ace. He doesn't mind how rough it is. He kicks it long. This will suit Port. They like to get it going like this as it goes to the bottom of the pack. Richter's in there. He can't get it clear. There'll be a bounce down.
Nothing annoys me more than seeing soft free kicks hand out, and we're seeing these couples given out in the last 5-10 minutes. I know they're trying to over-officiate these days, but just let this game go. There's a couple of tough sides out here having a red-hot go. Let them at it.
There's the knock away by Jakes. It goes wide. I'll take it by Higgins. Good handball to McGuinness. He goes onto the right foot, centres it in there. In the way at Sturt, can't mark. It comes to the back of the pack. Threadgold gets a little handball away. They should get a kick. Robinson's got it. Batura, oh, he was a bit panicky there. He knocks it wide, but Threadgold's got it. And the Sturt side will clear to the outer side of the ground and get out of trouble.
Lennon goes away from half-back, drills it long out there. Richter, who's having a field day. He's battling hard for his side. Welcome back for him. He's been virtually a recruit for them this year after spending last year in Western Australia. Northeast off the ground, coming at it, crashing through Tregenza with great pace. That's a good sign for the Crows. He goes forward. Oh, Patura, great courage. Hodges was coming at him, and Patura held the line beautifully.
Tremendous courage shown by Patura. You see here, Tregenza puts the ball up for Hodges. Great courage, going back, didn't know what was coming at me. Had some idea it would be Scotty Hodges or Darren Smith. Great work by Patura.
Sorry, Mark. Out it comes from Powell to Feast. Feast handballs inboard. Robinson needs a little bit of support. Gets away the handball. O'Leary, who's played very well since coming on, droves it wide, and look on the outside. Underneath this one, it's Lennon, who's a beautiful mark. And he's marked it. Now, what would he be, fellas? About 45.
Knees off him. Umpires should have watched there. He had his knees on top. He watches he goes down here. Just drops his knees down.
And I think Roger the Dodger got one in the codger.
You probably say that.
Well, you watch.
Look, both knees into his back. I want to give him 25. Just give him a little... Check that.
Well, they square up out there. The play's sorting out. Oh, Burton's marked on the goal line. Oh, what about this? They are playing with some confidence, the Double Blues.
That was a crook-old grab, I tell you what. I thought it was through for goal. This bloke surprised me today, Burton. That was a damn good mark under a lot of pressure.
He kicked 6 last week, Gary, and he's looking pretty good today. He's already got 1 goal too. So if he'd kicked straight, he could have had 3. Now it's 2 goals too. He's had 4 shots a goal, and we're only 15 minutes into the second term.
Every challenge so far in the second quarter has been met by the Double Blues. They really have done well. They've worked so hard out of defence. We saw it set up here. It started with Patura back there. Just rode the butt beautifully.
That was a magic moment.
But Manning Power over the top. Finds the very mobile Feast, who really is on top at the moment, around the ground on top of Jarks.
That mark was a 12-point turnaround. If Hodges had marked that in gold, well, you're in trouble, but instead it goes down and the Double Blues get one.
Yeah, good comment, David. You're dead right. There's a bounce down as we go. There's some around the grounds. No, we won't. It's Sturt on the run here at Adelaide Oval. There's the kick from Lennon, pinpoint over the back. It's a battle there for the ball. Clayton does well. He's a good defender. Comes wide for the Magpies. Who leads in the race for the ball? It's Tregenza there. The ball out of play right down by Robbie Popplestone on the boundary.
Thanks for that, Gary. Down here, of course, another change for the Port Adelaide side. Some experience sitting on the bench at the moment. Firstly, Tim Ginniver with an injury, just now been joined by Stephen Carter, who's just come on for a rest, and replacing him is Matthew Ashley.
We're 15 minutes into the second quarter on ABC Football, and it's 6-8 Sturt leading Port Adelaide 4-4. The Magpies into attack by Shaw. It bounces awkwardly there. What can Hodges do? He's over it, pulled off the ball. The umpire lets it go. Treadray's got it. Down to Shaw. He's goalwards. That's a major. It's a ripper. Good comeback goal. Port side will never lay down. They got a 5-4, trailing Sturt 6-8.
That was just forced from the back pocket. It just was forced all the way down. Ended up here with Scotty Hodges, but the Magpies have just pushed it forward, bashed it and crashed it. Ends up here with Shaw. Good left leg around the body. Brings up another major in his first for the afternoon.
In other matches being played around town today, it's North by 17 points over West. It is Norwood by 5 points over South. Bad luck, Mark Naley. They're coming back. And Glenelg, 13 points over the Eagles. And at Adelaide Oval, it's a 10-point ball game in favour of the Double Blues. What a clash this has been. A good crowd, and it seems to be building by the minute. It seems to be that a lot of people are coming down and enjoying what we hope is going to become a traditional clash, as it's been in the past. Tregenza from the middle, a high ball. Treadray sits underneath it. Hodges comes 3 deep. Treadray got hands to ball, couldn't complete the grab. After it goes Powloy, gave it away. Shaw around the corner. It's going to bounce. McGuinness will be first there. Good desperate work. Threadgold concedes the point, thumped it across. A great bit of work by the skipper.
We'll have a look at that. Good heavy work there, but they couldn't stop the minor score, but good stuff by Threadgold. Threadgold now will bring the Double Blues into play. Top game of footy at Adelaide Oval. Good conditions. There's the kick out. Feast over the back. Nearly grabbed that. Not paid. It goes to the front of the pack. They battle for it. Try to get it clear. Can't do so. Feast is going to get it. I think he talked the umpire into that. He's going to get it now because they wouldn't let him get the ball.
Didn't quite pick that one up then.
Feast goes short. Wetherill back on the ground. Started well in the first quarter for Sturt. Goes short into centre half forward. Not many there of the double blue colour. Clayton at the back does well to Fegan. Fegan gets it away to Ambrose with a handball. Ambrose pops it short to West on centre wing. Right in front of our ABC commentary position, Adelaide Oval. West now. High kick, centre half forward. The Flyers are there. They're high up in front. Knocked away to McGuinness. He's pushed to the back. Play allowed to go on. Picked up by Shaw. Shaw for the Magpies. Looking for Hodges. Good work in there off the back, and it's Threadgold clears to the outer side.
It's a magnificent kick. Out wide it goes. Lennon the target. To Ashley after him. Comes on the left, turns it around the corner and pushes it wider still. Judd couldn't quite get there, bustling over the top of it. Spigot and Carr. Carr comes back 2-on-1. Out of play it goes. That's the way it's been for most of the day.
Their tackling really has impressed me this afternoon, but that young player in screen, Tommy Carr, taking a little bit higher with the first tackle from Judd, but had the intelligence to be able to make sure the ball went out over the boundary line.
Yes, Wharton came in and claimed him. It's the Double Blues by 9 points, and we are 19 minutes into the second term. Stay with us at half-time as we preview Showdown 2. We dedicate most of half-time to it. You'll get all the player lineups and all the action and some words from the coaches as well. This is Robinson. Comes inboard. It's worked. Geddes seems to be finding his feet now with the Double Blues and finding something like the form that the Crows saw when they drafted him a few years ago. This is Irvin. We've mentioned their Foreign Legion. He's a former Norwood player, as too is O'Leary. The left footer pushes it long. Well done, Ambrose. Off hands O'Leary. Oh, great snap, O'Leary. What a beauty that was. He put it right through and gets his first.
Well, good work. O'Leary stayed down, knew the pack was forming. The two Port players up against White in that situation. We see the ball comes in long, went direct, didn't muck around. The two players went up. O'Leary stayed down onto his boot. The goal umpire in perfect position signals the goal.
Well, they're answering every challenge at the moment, the Double Blues. Other matches coming up around Adelaide today. West by 1 point. That's a good effort by them. Norwood are leading by 11 points. And also the Bays. That's a good result so far for them. They're up by 7 points. Here at Adelaide Oval, it's Sturt 7-8, leading Port 5-5. Outer side of the ground, Delaney's got it. Gets it away to Carr. I've been impressed by his game. He's a goer. He's got it on the half-back line between there and centre wing. Goes long now. Into the half-forward line, looking for Smith. Knocked away from Patura. Feaster's got it. He goes wide to Richter, onto the right foot. Drives it back to that centre wing. They fly high up there. Knocked away. That's good play. He's been all right since coming on, Michael O'Leary. Kicked that last goal. He just defended stoutly to the boundary.
It's good to see the youth here watching football, seeing this live from Adelaide Oval on ABC Sport. But a good crowd enjoying this contest between a couple of old traditional clubs in South Australia football.
Yes, great to see it coming again, the new rivalry. Atkinson off to Patura, breaking left foot kick. It's low. It was a bit of a scrubber in the finish. I thought it was good off the boot, but it just seemed to float. Now Delaney towards the boundary line. Quite content to see it go across, and the Port Adelaide defence resets.
Would you call that as being deliberate? We just see Big Rog here after this contest, picks it up, just kicked the ball straight for the boundary line. We haven't got it in screen there. He did. He went straight for the boundary line. Why isn't that deliberate?
I reckon you should be an umpire, Mark. Loose ball, Atkinson, Higgins, toe poke. Oh, that's deliberate. That's clearly deliberate.
It's like Mark Daly's an umpire. I tell you what, you'd get plenty of football to watch, wouldn't you?
You'd swear at the umpire and he'd give you double back. Dear me.
A couple of seconds players there sitting back watching the action, also watching their Double Blue side.
I think they'd be wishing they were out there too, because these are the games that players love to be involved in, Gary, don't they?
They certainly do. As the ball goes wide, Sturt are doing well here at the Adelaide Oval. They still lead 7-8 to Port Adelaide 5-5.
Don't forget that all these matches covered by the ABC team are available from the ABC shop, $34.95, or you can ring and order on that phone number, 8343-4601.
Outer side of the ground, Feegit tries to get away. Sturt are doing well at ground level. Get it away to Wetherill. He goes short. He's got a good leading player there in Burton. That's a free kick. Burton's got it. He was the only man going for the ball out there for the Double Blues, and he's been paid the free kick about 35 to 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Hard kick out on that right half-forward flank region. Been all right, Julian Burton. You remember he kicked those 6 goals last week. I saw that in the paper. Thought, well, he must be playing well naturally with those stats. He's looked good here today. He's attacked the ball very hard. Let's go down to Robbie Popplestone on the boundary.
Thanks, Gary. Just before Burton kicks the goal, we've got an interchange. Ferguson coming off for the Double Blues, coming on Archie.
Let's stay with the big fella Burton now. They need goals. You've got to nail the Magpies when you've got them down a bit. Goes goalwards. Good-looking kick. I think he's dobbed that through, has he? No, it's just faded to the right. It's offline. It's a point. Sturt go along to 7-9, leading Port 5-5. Adelaide Oval with 23 minutes in the second quarter.
2 goals, 3 to Burton. Well, he's had his scoring opportunities, Mark, hasn't he?
He's had his opportunities to be able to really push home and bring up 5 goals. That was a very acute angle, but nonetheless, he gave it a good show.
Delaney kick covers plenty of ground. Feast 2 hands to the ball, not paid. Wharton flicks it out. Weatherald in turn, looked for Richter, couldn't find the target. Atkinson on hands and knees goes after it, but Borlase cuts it off. Ambrose flicks it out to northeast, smothered by Atkinson. Now it's Lennon with the handball forward. Archie handballs it further afield, and now it's Lennon. So plenty of quick in-ball hands, and great work. Delaney just thumped it out of the hands of Julian Burton.
Now just watch this contest here. Is there any difference between that and the other end with Scotty Hodges?
Is that a rhetorical question?
Dare not to differ. Well, you hear the Sturt crowds in the background. They're saying, why not? What's happened?
The crowd
One end, we saw Scotty Hodges down the other end, up against Treadgold, and Treadgold wasn't happy. The same incident has occurred down here, and no free kick was given.
Comment.
The Sturt crowd is not impressed.
Comment umpire Mark Haley.
Good comment too, Mark Daly. Stir him up. You certainly are stirring me up as Delaney's got it. He goes short, odds come off. He was lucky to get that away to Borlase. They run now through Fegan, long grandstand side of Adelaide Oval. Oh, good grab in front by Ambrose. Plays on quickly to Clayton. Clayton onto the right leg for the Maggies. Into centre half forward. It drops short into the front of the pack. They can't get it clear. They battle hard. Powell in there. Coming through is Shaw. He couldn't get it. Picked up by Geddes. The ball's blocked away towards the line. Out of play. About 45, 50 metres away from the Port Magpies goal.
Just can't afford to relax at the moment. Any player cannot afford to relax. At the moment, this game is in a very situation where either side can get back in with a Port and get back into it, or the Double Blues, they just can extend their lead and make it a very interesting third quarter.
Good comment, because this is where Port Adelaide hurt you in time on in most quarters. They really just find another gear, and this time it's McGuinness around the corner, Threadgold front position, brings the ball to ground. Geddes tries to crash through unsuccessfully, so Powell gets the kick away, but it was smothered. And in other matches being played around town today, West Adelaide by 3 points over North coming back. North by 29 points, they extend their lead over South, and the Eagles come back. They've hit the front, 1 point against Glenelg.
Throwing in that forward pocket. Oh, Sturt do well through Weatherald. He kicks wide, but in the way it's Tregenza. Tregenza will go short. Plenty of players sitting in there. Malakellis has got it. Probably too far out to score. He's looking for options. Needs a goal. Sturt 7-10, leading Port 5-5. We're 26 minutes into this second quarter on ABC Sport. There's the big screw punt. Goes to the goal square. It's all Sturt in there. Who's got it? Oh, the umpire's paid the mark. Or over the shoulder. It's a Sturt free kick in the last line of defence.
This big fella in Simon Feast today, he's had his hands on the ball so many times, but once again you'll see here he goes up, just takes the arm over the top, but the lad just needs to be able to take a few marks today. Just getting his hands there, but just not finishing it off.
Oh, he plays on, he's given them a chance, so that's holding the ball. They've been caught, you don't fall the ground against the Magpies. And Malakellis with a free kick, 40 metres from goal.
Put his player under extreme pressure there, did the big fella in Simon Feast.
He got the kick away.
Well, just...
He's stirred us, I think, Mark. That was too slow. Don't let him get you, lad. Stick to your guns.
I threw out the hook and nobody took the bait.
Malakellis now. Need a goal. The Port Magpies usually kicks well. It goes in there close. It's just offline. It's missed to the left. Sturt 7-10. Lead Port 5-6 on ABC Sport.
Actually, I'm glad you're here, Gary, because I get marked every week on those.
Oh, it's a top game of footy, I tell you.
Yes,
absolute ripper. The ball to the outer side of the ground. Sturt go wide. Lennon always does well out there. He'll take that free kick on centre wing. The Double Blues, they've certainly lifted this year. This is a pretty good performance. Still half to go. You'll hear it all on ABC Sport. But it's a ripper so far. Threadgold, he's come down into the centre. He'll bomb long. Looking for a forward who can grab it. Burton over the back. Couldn't get it. Clayton comes through defending for Port Adelaide. Can't get it clear. Atkinson held it for a long while, but Carr's got it, and away go the Magpies to the outer.
Ashley feeds it inboard. Shaw goes further afield. Wide was Tregenza. Atkinson working hard. He's done pretty well today, hasn't he? He's been instrumental in driving the Double Blues forward, but cutting it off was Higgins. He seems to be maturing as a player. He hasn't played a lot of football, has he? He's only played, this is his 12th game. Ashley, another of the youngsters. This is his 18th game. Towards left half forward. Big flyers up, and it's Borlase in front of Feast. He did pretty well. He's good overhead, Borlase, and he normally uses the ball beautifully. This time he centres it up, and the target was Carr. found the target, but Carr was not able to mark it under pressure from Irvin. Now it's West around the corner into space. Loose man is Treadray, strolls into the open goal, chips it back, and what's work here? It's D. Smith. So Darren Smith marks about 15 metres out directly in front. I think Gary Treadray could have had a shot for goal.
Yeah, I thought with confidence a forward would have run in the open goal and kicked it there, but when it comes off like that, it shows he's thinking the team. He saw Smith there right in front and he's given it to that player. Smith wouldn't miss from here.
1 goal 2 to Darren Smith.
Yeah, he did too.
And he's just reminding you, Gary, that he missed it the other end.
He did too.
Hit the post, didn't he?
Very rare, though. He's been a great forward for the Magpies.
I don't think he'll miss this one. He's got 1 goal 2 and he's directly in front, 15 metres out. And that's right through the middle. 2 goals 2 to Darren Smith. And the Magpies, as we predicted in time on, Gary, are a dangerous beast.
Oh, they never give up, and that's a good comeback. Sturt have had a bit of the ball. They've done really well with it and starting to use it. They've made a couple of blues when they've had control of the ball, like Feast coming out there and not using it properly with a short ball. You can't do that. You give the Magpies a go and they'll take it off you. Good performance though. Sturt still lead 7-10, Porter 6-6. We're near the end of the second quarter on ABC Sport.
As we go back to the centre, 10 points the margin. Not much in this one. Shaw head over the ball, goes hard at it, crashing through and getting it out was Higgins. Tregenza running hard now. He's getting into this match. A long ball into the forward line. Treadray off hands. It's Bourlaise. Can he recover? Snaps for goal. He's bent it around. They've come back from 16 points down and they're going to go into half-time trailing by 6 points. What a time on period. This is where they're dangerous.
They certainly are. Time on periods, you've put that right, David McKay, there. They really do, don't they? And that's a good performance. They're winning it out of centre, running it through there. You can see the off hands. Bourlaise is terrific at that. He would have gone for the handball if they'd come at him. They all ran off him and then he just popped it through for a great goal.
Go back to the centre again. Bourlaise has 1. That's his first. The deputy vice-captain. 7-10 plays 7-6. Getting very close. So it's a 4-point ball game. And they're looking pretty good, the Magpies. And so too is Sturt, by the way. Is a free kick behind play picked out. Umpires picking up a couple of players having a snap at each other. No, the siren's gone. So it, as we go into half-time, 7-10 plays 7-6, Gary. It's a 4-point ball game. And Port Adelaide were magnificent in the latter part of that second quarter.
They did a great job there. That's a great comeback from them. Sturt have hit them with everything. Used the ball probably a little bit better, but that Port aggression of the ball really paid off to come back. A great half of football we've had on ABC Sports. Sturt 7-10, leading Port 7-6. Sturt can put in like the first half, they'll be there.
Well, there's the Port Adelaide huddle. They're obviously fired up, and Rob Popplestone is lurking down on the boundary line trying to get a sniff of the injuries. We might just check shortly on how Stanfield's come out and whether he's going to take any further part in this match after half-time. But you can just sense that Port Adelaide just holding the huddle. Roger Delaney talks to the players, Tim Ginniver talks to the players. There's a real urgency out there, and Sturt are ready for the action. Phil Carman just giving the final instructions, Mark, and this is a big match for Phil Carman, make no mistake about that. They haven't won 3 in a row since 1988.
No, they haven't. This is pretty exciting stuff out here. The Double Blues just got a bit of a sniff at the moment. They drew the last time they played against this side. It was played down at Football Park. Just seeing screen there, Big Ambrose, who hit the point post early in that first quarter. But there he is, the master coach, Phil Carman, win the SANFL tie. But Gary Window, what he's done for that club over the last 3 years, he's stuck with him, he's developed some players, but recruited very well this season.
Oh, they certainly have. They're terrific. They deserve the success they can do. He's turned out a terrific coach. I'm just looking for Stanfield down there. I can't see him. He hasn't come back on because I reckon they'll need that extra forward, but still they're playing well, and O'Leary's come on for the Double Blues. 41 has done well up forward, so you never know. This will be a top game. Sturt are leading by 4 points at half-time, but anyone could win it. Bounce down to the centre to start the second half. Match of the day on ABC Football from Adelaide Oval. It's been a ripper. 4 points to Sturt. Who's going to win the game? Bounce down. Feast and Jakes have been at each other all day. Goes to the front of the pack, and their Lennon's played well. Can't get it out. Bounce down. This will be very interesting. Port, they'll just put the hard ones on. Sturt, if they can use the ball well, can win the game. They'll have to keep pretty cool. They'll need Feast in there to get it away like that. Weatherall's played well. Oh, McGuinness snaps in, takes it beautifully. Right foot. goes into attack, knocked away by Geddes, towards Richter. He's back and playing well, gets it away to the running Patura. Left foot goes short, that's well done to find Powell out on the half-back flank. Powell now will go long, drops short, can't be marked in there, goes over the back, the little fella Atkinson there, pushed off the ball by North East. Tregenza's got it. Beautiful kick goes wide, West. He's half forward flank, 50 metres from goal. Centres it, who's there to grab? Treadray couldn't do it. Play allowed to go on, Malakelis is over it. Good tackling there, another good tackle on shore. Taken away by Robertson's good play. Geddes has got it, and Sturt get out of trouble.
This is thread goal, a high one through the midfield. O'Leary bustled off it by North East, who used his body beautifully, but O'Leary recovers. Handballs, and it hits the kneecap of Carter, who also recovers, drives it forward. Now Robbie West flicks it out wider to Tregenza. A long one, a wide one. It's out of bounds on the full. Well, it was disappointing, Mark. The build-up was good.
It's not quite out of bounds on the full, but it's near enough to. The boundary umpire will throw it back in. We still see Timmy Ginniver still sitting on the boundary. May not take part unless he's required this afternoon.
I think he's carrying an injury, Mark, and I don't know that we'll see him particularly. It's important days. Feast, front position, brings the ball down, recovers it, claimed by Shaw, good tackle. Now bursting through as Powell tries to get through McGuinness, 2-on-1. Hodges gets him as well. And they do pretty well, Port Adelaide, to keep the ball in their forward zone.
Powell trying hard there, had a look, he used strength to get out of there, couldn't ping him there. Bounced down only about 15 metres out for the Magpie goal. They're going to the northern end in this third quarter. Probably against a slight breeze. Wetherill pulled off the ball, play allowed to go on. Malakelis from point blank range, drives to the goal, that's a goal. He's put it through, that's his second. Good goal scoring by the Magpie Rover. Port Adelaide 8-6, leading Sturt 7-10 by 2 points.
Good old cliche, be the right place at the right time. Stepping with Malakelis there, he was. The ball came out loose, he was quickly onto it, quickly onto his boot. He kicked a goal in the second quarter. That's his second for the afternoon. Tony Malakelis just giving him a little bit through that forward line this afternoon.
Port Adelaide back in front by 2 points. We're just 3 minutes into the third quarter. Ball lays and McGuinness. McGuinness spins out of trouble. Powell applied the tackle. Loose ball falls to Feast. He gets the kick away, but Higgins just steals it off the boot. Did pretty well in the finish. Richter, 2-on-1, bustled off it. Ball lays the kick forward. Goes after it is Treadray. And again, 4 or 5 players jump on top. Geddes right on top. Shaw on the bottom. And umpire Rouston indicates that he'll have a bounce. We can just sense the occasion. Port Adelaide have come out and steeled themselves for a third quarter. Their attack on the ball has been ferocious in the opening minutes of this quarter as Laidlaw gathers the ball, didn't have time to dispatch it, and there'll be another bounce.
Couldn't get clear from there. Yes, this will be very important this next 10 minutes. We're only 3 minutes into the third quarter. What can the Double Blues do? You feel as though they've got to drag something out now, because it's now when the real quarter's on, the third quarter, when it really counts. They battled through there, a lot of heavy tackling, play allowed to go on. Wetherill, was it in there? He couldn't get it clear. Robinson also in there. They can't get it out. It's about centre-half forward for the Magpies.
You've lost your voice, Gaz.
No, I was going to ask him the question, what's the real quarter? What is the real quarter? This is the match-winning quarter you're
just
talking
third
about.
quarter when they get fair dinkum. The half just played out, and now they can make a break here. You'll see when it happens. There it is, centre-half forward.
Well, Sturt, Gary, are absorbing the pressure.
They are. They've got to do that. I'd like to see them get some handball out of there, start running the ball. They need a couple of goals down at the southern end. Port have done well. They lead by 2 points. 4 minutes into this third quarter. Knock away. Comes there, McGuinness goes over it. Handballs away to Carter. That's good play. Oh, that's a good snap towards goal, but it's missed. It's offline. It's through for the point. Sturt 7-10, trail Port Adelaide on 8-7.
Just notice in the last 4 or 5 minutes of play there, it is tight. It is very tight down there. No players giving an inch. Hands in tight. Players getting hold of the football. They are getting dumped and tackled very, very quickly. But the pressure is out there. The desperation is also there as well.
Chris Threadgold straight down the centre. What a beaut kick that was. Patura
has covered 75, 80 metres, that kick.
Almost to the centre circle, by the way. Patura on his non-preferred kick covers 55 metres out to Feast. Now the big fella looks to play on quickly. Goes back now. Decides to set it up. Kicks into the man on the mark, so he didn't set it up terribly well. Jarks did very well. Goes at it. Irvin comes crashing through was Carr. Good commitment over the ball. Now it's Tregenza bringing it back inboard. An opportunity to set it up from defence. Borlays feeds it off to northeast. Wider still out to the far side. It goes to McGuinness, who needs support. He's got runners flanking him. Decides to send it straight down the centre. And it's Carter who resets it. Now pushes it wide inboard. Comes McGuinness. A long one, and it's D. Smith, and he's got it, the big champ. Well, when he's playing well, he just looks spectacular, doesn't he? He looks fit and confident today. The hands in the ball in the hands.
And a good build-up there, right from the defence with Tregenza, who just brought the ball down. And again, they just held possession. That's all they did, finally ending up with Darren Smith.
2 goals, 2 to Darren Smith. And he sets it up. The goal umpire, that's Antti Perkovic. Likes it, it's a goal. We should just explain Antti Perkovic, 50th game for him today, goal umpire, amongst the stats, Mark. Don't like that one, do you?
Yep. Well done, Andy.
Not a bad effort from Smith, though. 1 goal in each quarter, playing very well again for them.
In other matches being played around town today, it's West by 17 points over North. Norwood by 41 points. They step away from South. And the Eagles by 8 points, clawing back against the Tigers.
We're 6 minutes into the third quarter at Adelaide Oval on ABC Sport. Sturt 7-10, trail Port 9-7 by 9 points. It's back in the centre again for another bounce down. Good crowd here at the Adelaide Oval, very vocal, you'd expect that. The Double Blues taking on the Magpies. The Port side are starting to run now, though, from defence. They're all going forward. There's the ball now into the half-forward line, where Archie's got a chance, can't get it. The kick goes into the full forward area. Big White's up in front. He's grabbed it. They needed a grab there, and now he's got it and will kick from 40 metres out.
Now just watch White here. He'll mark the spot. We can just go back to it. He'll mark his spot, then walk back, and he'll put a mark on the ground again. There he goes. He'll just mark the ground, a bit like a fast bowler.
Do you reckon that's effective, Mark?
Well, it is. I mean, at least he knows where he has to kick from, then he walks back from there. He knows, I mean, a lot of problem with a lot of players, especially forward line players, is that they do get too close to the man on the mark. He puts that mark down. Maybe Phil Carmel or someone down the club has noticed that he is getting too close. They just make a little bit of an effort to make sure he does kick well outside.
They need a goal, the Double Blues. He puts it on its way. I think that's a beauty. It's through. That's his second. He kicked 1 in the second. Now 1 in the third. That's a good hit back by Sturt. This is a mighty game of football. Sturt, they lead 8-10. They trail by 3 points. They're 8-10, Porter 9-7, and what a game, 8 minutes into this third quarter.
Hasn't had much of the football today. He's only had 4 kicks, 4 handballs and 4 marks. But what it is, he's kicked 2 goals, and that's what he's up there for, the big fella, is to mark the ball like he just did then and kick goals. Good effort so far.
33 games, 43 career goals. He is a goal kicking forward, getting better with everyone. Feast, the big fly, took out Jarks. It was a great leap, a courageous leap.
Jarks is getting tired, Dave Mackay, getting very tired.
Feast is still going along pretty well. Inside the line, Laidlaw and Robbie West go hard at it. Powell comes in and lends some support, and Treadray just thumps him across the line. There'll be a throw in. What about this for a fly?
Jarks just not getting up off the ground. The timing of Feast at the moment is just beautiful. He's putting his knee hard into Jarks.
And taking the advantage of it too. Feast wins the tap, it falls down. Weatherall sprints away. He's been solid day. He's already kicked a couple of goals. Towards centre half forward he goes. White, the big fly, at least created a contest. It falls for Archie. He's drummed beautifully. Goes for goal. He's kicked it. That's what they needed in the first half, was a crummer, and Archie wasn't doing it that time. He did it beautifully. But White set up the contest, and the ball spilled to the back.
That's terrific, that is, the way they've set that up there through their mark, because your big blokes, you called it before the game, you've got to have someone contesting and the littler blokes running through. That was copybook football, and Archie was on the end of it.
But they're not mucking around with the football. They're going very direct. They're going towards centre half forward, all the full forward position. They're hitting a target. They're giving you a contest. The players at the front of the pack running through, and that's how you kick goals. Well done, Archie.
Oh, 9 minutes in, you're on ABC Football. It's a ripper. 9 minutes into the third quarter. Sturt 9-10, lead Port 9-7.
He's
by
tied.
3 points. Comment there from Mark Nayley, and the rucker. You would with Feast jumping into you. That's where it all starts, in the ruck. Mark Nayley's picked it out, and Big Jakes, he does look tired. Feast is giving him hell in there. He'll jump hard. This is where the big men put the pressure on. Over the back. It's a free kick. That was the wrong option. And the big fella for the Port Magpies, Jakes, has got it from the centre of the ground. He'll go into the half-forward line looking for Carter. He's good up in front and grabs it. Goes to play on. Carter now, always likes to run forward. Will kick long. It's a scrubby looking kick, a bit off the side of the boot. In the way, Atkinson's marked it at centre half back. Plays on, there's plenty of players there going. Treadgold's got it. He looks wide, O'Leary's strong, he's grabbed it. Away they go, they've got to get some run onto the left foot. It goes over the half-forward line, Judd's got it. Plays on brilliantly to Lennon. That's the play of the day! Play of the day! It's a goal! Lennon's first. Oh, what a passage of football. The Double Blues on fire at the Adelaide Oval. 10-10, Port 9-7.
These blue jumpers are run from everywhere to slap each other's backs and pat each other's head. It was fantastic football. Judge, a great kick coming off the back there by Robertson. Just carried the pack from Judge. Coming through was Lennon. Decided not to go for the short pass. Went direct for the goal square. Cleared the top of Delaney's hands and put up another goal. But the Double Blues, they're not laying down, but neither is the Magpies.
What a game this has turned into. A 9-point lead in favour of the Double Blues. Port Adelaide, you can bet your bottom dollar, will rebound and come back. Feast gets it down. Oh, Weatherall got cleaned up as he got that one away. It was Wharton who dispatched it forward. Into space it goes. First man there, Delaney. Judd couldn't get there to create a contest, and Delaney plays on quickly to Carter. This is the brand of football we're used to seeing when we see Port Adelaide and Sturt play. We haven't seen it for a few years, but isn't it great that it's back?
Very exciting.
Treadray down from full forward on the grandstand wing. Lifts the eyes and goes high. Geddes brings the ball to ground, goes after it again. Ball lays at the bottom of the pack, coming up with it. Higgins feeds it out to Malakalis. Mellor's over the top of it, claimed. He goes to ground. Play on to the umpire. No, it's a free kick. He got taken too high, and Malakalis takes the free kick.
So I didn't think it was too bad. A little bit high there. He was. Good call by the umpire.
So Malakalis' kick towards centre half forward. Jarks up, Feast from behind, spoils it and goes to ground. Good Shepherd allows Richter to get through. A long one to the far side, and out comes Wharton, the former Port Adelaide player. Did pretty well, the gloved one. Plenty of pace and strides away on the outer wing, drills it towards centre half forward. Weatherall was the target. Well, not good overhead on that occasion. Malakalis mops up again. He's doing that pretty well, and it's Tregenza on the outer side.
Port Adelaide need a goal. Tregenza, what can he do? Playing out there on centre wing. And that's the way Sturt are playing. There's not many leads down the forward lines for the Magpies. Big Jakes goes in there, but it's all Sturt in there. That's a great grab. Taken from behind, and away they go again. Over to Richter with a handball. Oh, they're running the Double Blues. What a comeback. 13 minutes into this third quarter. The kick goes long for White. He's up in front, can't mark. Over the back, it's Clayton. He's onto the left foot, goes short. It's the wrong option. Oh, Lennon does beautifully there to push the ball out of play. Have a listen to the crowd. We're at Adelaide Oval. What a game of football.
Another match is being played around town today. It's West by 5 points over North Adelaide. The Roosters are coming back north by 52, extending their lead over South, and the Eagles by 7 points, just holding on against Glenelg. There's a free kick to Archie.
Just took a little bit high. He was coming up. Over the top was Fegan.
Fegan tried to give him a new haircut. Burton and Delaney, well, pick that one out. They were both holding. And Delaney gets the umpire's nod.
The crowd don't like it. Have a listen to the Sturt crowd. Who's pulling who?
Oh, dear.
50-50 that one.
Yeah. I don't know how the umpire can blow his whistle.
Okay, Delaney to the running player in Clayton. Long. Hodges couldn't get through. He got her Feast high. And there'll be a free kick to Big Feast.
He puts himself in, this big bloke. He's really putting in this third quarter.
He's too big and he's too mobile. At the moment, Jarks just cannot keep up with him. Yeah, this big fella is just running him ragged. At the moment, Jarks is getting to the contest. Around the ground, the ball ups and the throw-ins, but he's just not keeping up with him around the ground.
Oh, have a look at the kick from Pachura. It's gone 55 metres. I think it's touched. Oh, went over the back. It's a point. Oh, the Double Blues. Hey, that was good play out here by Feast. He gave it away to Pachura, and can he hoof a ball? That's a great attacking move. Sturt, 10 goals 11, leading Port 9-7. What a game of footy. 14 minutes into the third quarter.
Comment Gary Window, our guest commentator this afternoon, in case you needed reminding who the voice is. Around Adelaide, I think everyone knows your voice, Gaz.
Reminding.
Oh, it's so good. Thanks for inviting me, boys. This is a ripper.
It's a humdinger. Delaney to the far side. Underneath this one, Clayton and Ambrose. Clayton got a little push and the umpire picked it up.
No, it's the other way around, David. Irvine will end up with it.
All right, well...
the receiver he was.
Okay,
in that contest.
Okay. The pushee or the push-or. And White marks about, what would he be, 40 out on a very tight angle, and he'll go back and mark his ground.
Here he goes.
See, I told you, Mark, Daly, third quarter,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps back, marks his ground.
Too complicated. We used to just look...
Les Burnett, you wouldn't like him doing that, would you?
We used to look at something behind the goals, just to get something set up behind the goals and aim for it.
Yeah, but you were never 6'6".
That's a very good point, David McCoy.
Neither of you.
We'd like to be.
It's a little bit harder, and I like his setup. The way he just goes about it, he really focuses on the task at hand.
He concentrates on what he's doing. He's there to kick goals.
He's got to kick it there.
We'll put the mocker on him now. He has kicked 2 goals straight, and that one is a shocker.
Don't throw that idea out.
Well, he's been good today, though, hasn't he? He's really provided a contest as we go down to Rob Popplestone on the boundary.
Thanks, DB. Barry Stanfield, I can tell you, has had a shower. His dress obviously will not take no further part in this game.
Yeah, that was a bit of a blow, but they're doing well, the Double Blues. Are they good enough to withstand Port Adelaide in this final quarter and a bit? It's out on the outer side of the ground. They're doing well at the moment. This bloke's lifted. Feast. He's got it. He's onto the right foot. Lazily gets it away. Oh, good handball. Archie. Oh, great block off the boot. That was beautiful play. Atkinson's got it. They come away through Lennon. He goes short, and it's a good grab in defence by Feagant.
When they start getting fancy, Double Blues, they just don't look at it. They need to go long and direct. The way they've been kicking goals this afternoon is by doing that. Going direct, going for a target, a centre-half forward. Then the kick wasn't on.
Robinson's grabbed a beauty. A lot of skills in this game. He'll go long for the Double Blues. Right in front of the coach's position there. Drops down the front. It knocks away. Picked up by Shaw. He goes a bit short. That's unusual for Port Adelaide. Malakelis has got it. Over to the attacking player who goes forward. Knocked away. It comes off hands to Geddes. He puts it back into attack. It was West before. I was just looking at a bit of a fight behind play. But there they go away again. It's that strange kick in northeast. Goes long. Feast is in the right position. McGuinness reads it brilliantly. Drives the Magpies down to Hodges. He can't get it. Threadgold does brilliantly. Pachura's got it. They're away again.
Threadgold has been terrific today. Pachura's kick is penetrating. It finds Richter on the outer half-back flank. Richter resets it up. Feast comes into the picture, but that lead is ignored. Underneath that one was White and Ambrose. Ambrose two-hands the ball, but there's a free kick. The umpires picked out one, said that White held Ambrose, and the Port Adelaide defender will take the free.
I'm not going to do pre-season with the umpires this year. Next year, David, remind me, will you?
They wouldn't have you. They wouldn't have you.
They wouldn't have you, Mark. This is Geddes. He got the handball from Atkinson towards Burton. He's marked it in front of Delaney, and the Sturt crowd love it.
That's terrific play again. That's absolutely sensational.
Direct football, Gary Windows. Direct football. They went straight for a target, centre-half forward or full forward. Every time they do that, they score a goal. Look at this. Down the middle, straight towards centre-half forward. The big fella's in front there. You don't see Dave McKay, you don't see Roger Delaney outmarked.
Too often.
One-on-one, do you?
Not too often.
I didn't think he's that good a mark.
Well, he kicked 6 last week, and he's kicked 2 goals, 4 already today, or 2 goals, 3, and make that 3-3 as he splits the centre.
Once again, he came to the middle of the trainer there, not the trainer, the runner there, and David Tiller, former North Adelaide captain, just keeping his mind on the job, but good work here, good hands, the running players out wide, but Geddes, in the middle of the ground, just punched the ball as far as he could up forward, and there he was, in the front of the position. And what it does, if you play in front, you give yourself an opportunity to take a grab, the ball comes to the ground, your players are there.
Back at the centre with 19 minutes into the third quarter on ABC Sport. It's a ripper. The Double Blues 11-11, leading Port 9-7. Oh, McGuinness, the ball was blocked. It's kicked away, but Pachura's played well for the Double Blues, has got it.
I just can't believe Feasty is jumping all over Jarks at the moment. He is a half a body length higher.
And McGuinness is roving to Feast.
Feast, well called, David Mackay. He is. That was a beautiful block out of the centre. Go down to the boundary. Robbie Popplestone, what's happening?
Hey, thanks, Gary. A change in the ruck. Nails has, hit the nail on the head to use a pun. Daniel Jarks will come off. He really is tired, isn't he? And Jared Polk will come back on. It'll be interesting, though, to see who takes the ruck responsibilities now.
Feagant's got the free kick out of side of the ground for the Magpies. The kick away goes long to centre wing. The Flyers are all there. Shaw couldn't get it. Comes down to ground. Ripped away from Geddes. Taken by Tregenza. The Magpies down to Hodges. He couldn't mark. He's high over the back. It's knocked away. Patura, he's got a yard of pace. Does well. Gets the handball away to Powell. Need to be a good kick. It's a beauty. It's found Richter. Richter around centre wing. They're running. Judd's got to go hard. Who's going to give way? Oh, Carr for Port Magpies. Brilliant take. He gets it to Hodges, and they go into attack through Hodges.
Hodges on the left boot, looks for Treadray. It was a tired kick though, wasn't he? Had to chase out Richter from the full forward line, and I don't think he had much left in the tank when he got there. Now this is just outstanding courage. Judd and Carr just kept coming. Judd could have split him right up the middle as we go down to Rob Popplestone.
Just while Bolton waits to come on for Port Adelaide, a change in the double blues. Judd will come off, and coming on for his first run of the afternoon is Joseph Hicks.
Now Phil's talking to Judd about cleaning up Carr, and he is absolutely livid that Judd didn't clean up Carr as he came through there, and that's fair enough, you've got to say that.
Yes, I think that's a good comment. The ball goes around centre ring. Yeah, just to talk about that, because young Judd, look at the little bloke Carr, he's a young player himself. He went straight and hard at the ball.
Well, against Port Adelaide, Gary, you've got to put yourself on the line.
Yeah, you have to do that. Oh, Phil Carman's down there talking to...
Too late.
Knock away, goes out to Weatherall. Sturt look a little bit fitter at the moment. There's a beautiful handball. It's found Lennon. He bounces very good through half forward. He centres the ball long. Over the back, Big Burton can't mark. Big Roger the Dodger Delaney is there. Out of play, throwing on the right forward pocket.
Jarks off.
Going to be some sore players at the end of this afternoon. We see here just taken down after he's kicked the ball. As he kicked the ball, he was taken down. May have caught one just, I think, inside of his leg. He's coming off is Bruce Lennon. There will be some very sore players after this contest this afternoon.
Phil Carman has just said to Ben Judd, now get on and get into it. As we go down to Rob Popplestone on the boundary.
DB, if we do happen to get some vision of that last kick Bruce Lennon had when Clayton come in late for Port Adelaide, it looked pretty much as though Clayton smothered the leg as he tried to follow through, and obviously he's got a bit of trouble with that right knee, and it doesn't look good for Sturt at all.
No, you did right, Robbie. We had slow-mo vision of that while you were preparing, and that's exactly what happened. And Lennon has gone off to have his knee iced.
Hey, they'll miss him. He's been one of their best today. He's been an absolutely exceptional game.
I look at Sturt's recruiting, Gary. They've got a couple of players from Port, a couple of players from Norwood. They've got Powell, who's an ex-Crow player, and Atkinson, who's had AFL experience with St Kilda. They've recruited very, very well.
There's the ball out of the half-back position. Port need to do something. It kicked in there. Patura's lifted his game. North East does well, but it goes to Feast. What a game he's playing in the third. He gets it away. O'Leary, what's he going to do? They've got runners. They're using that handball I spoke about. Atkinson centres it. Who's up there for the grab? Delaney. Good on you, Roger. Good mark. Handballs away to the running ball ace. It hasn't come off. Judd in there gets over the ball beautifully. Irvin. Weatherall's got it. He goes towards goal. Rogers in there. Has he touched it? No, he hasn't. It's a goal. It's there. The double blues. That's his third. What a goal. Sturt, 12 goals 11. Port 9-7. You're on ABC Sport. All stay with us. Absolute ripper.
Just a menace build up. Look at the bash and crash through here. The hands got out to Weatherall. Weatherall from 45 metres throws it onto his left boot. The players thought they had it, but they didn't. Rog couldn't quite get there, and poor old Rog, he's starting to look a bit tired as well.
He hasn't had a lot of football lately, has he, Roger? And Weatherall likes it. What a great reaction as we go back to the middle. Ambrose in the midfield, pushes it forward. Malakalis gets the nice bounce and runs away. Powell has to run him down. Powell did pretty well to get back, create a contest. Malakalis comes back in board, one-handed attempt. McGuinness did pretty well. Now he'll look for a lead. There's nothing coming. He's demanding somewhat. He come. Hodges now starts to say, look, just bomb it in along, give me a one-on-one. But the forward line was so congested for Port Adelaide, but Treadray takes a great mark, and didn't they need that?
Yeah, that was a damn good grab, and there's a lot of pushing in there, but you had to let that go. Treadray, that is a fine mark as he came over the back. The young fella, they need this.
Now, if it's my recollection, Mark, he broke his forearm in the game of round 10 when they drew with Sturt at Football Park. So he's missed a fair bit of football, and today he's got 1 point. So if ever the Magpies needed a goal, it's right now, and if ever one of their young champions could kick one, it's Treadray, and he puts it right through the middle. That's the one they needed. They're coming back.
Good build-up once again, coming out the middle. McGuinness, who received the ball on the outer wing from Malakalis. It was just beautifully read here. He's had a good fly, just used his body just enough to be able to take the grub. Looked around, heard the whistle, and went back and ran about 30 metres and put it through the middle of the goals.
We're 25 minutes into the third quarter on ABC Football. It's a match of the day. It's an absolute ripper. Sturt 12-11 leading Port 10-7. Up they go. Oh, Atkinson snaffles the ball beautifully onto the left foot. Drives it long. Centre half forward. Oh, good grab. Taken by Fegert. He gets it away. The runners are there. Comes into the centre half back position where Carter's got it. Carter for the Magpies. Into the centre half forward position. Oh, Treadray's changing the game. Gets it away to Higgins. There's loose players in there. Hodges lumbers out, but he's got it. He's got it on his chest. 30 metres out, nearly directly in front of goal. Oh, that's good stuff. Have a look. That's a good grab. He was slow getting there. Big Scotty Hodges, but that was a good mark. He's grabbed it. This game's seesawing backwards and forwards, and as happened in the second quarter. In this third quarter, Porter hitting back in the time-on period. We're 26 minutes into the third quarter as Hodges lines up. What a player he's been. Scott Hodges has kicked 2 today. From as many kicks, he lines up, puts it on the way. It's gone. He's missed it, I think. It's gone across the face. Unbelievable. Even the champions can miss. It's offline. Sturt 12-11 lead Port 10-8.
If there's anybody you wanted kicking goals for you, would be Scotty Hodges. He's a big game player. When a goal's needed, and that does surprise me that Scotty Hodges missed one of those.
15 points the margin in favour of the double blues. It's Treadgold who's been a terrific defender all day. Pushing it out wide underneath that one. Being upended in the finish was Hicks. It's Joey Hicks who's come on, and Carter just cleans him up. No big pardons out there. It's the brother of Central's Damien Hicks. Terrific football family. Darren Smith underneath it. Wharton just created a contest and brings the ball to ground. Atkinson applies a tackle, calls for the free kick, but is disappointed that it doesn't come. Mark, do you dare tip Port Adelaide as we go around the grounds in other matches today? West by 11 points over North. It's Norwood by 53 points over South, and the Eagles, Gary, by 8 points over Glenelg.
There's the kick, goes into the centre half forward position. Borlase, he got that somehow. He's grabbed it. What a player. He's been for the Magpies. Drives it long, looking for Hodges. Knocked away from that player. Goes into the centre half back position. Robertson, good handball away to Weatherall. He's been a real trier today. He put Sturt down the Archie direction. Picked up by O'Leary. There goes the siren. There goes the siren to end the third quarter. That was great. Sturt lead by 15 points at three-quarter time. Sturt 12-11, Port 10-8.
Oh, what tremendous third quarter. Once again, Port started well. The double blues just came back. They were down by around about, I think it was 4 points there at one stage, 3 or 4 points. The double blues got back into some great direct football. And Simon Feaster's on top. We've just seen that quarter. Simon Feaster's just taking it a lone hand. He's getting the ball down to his younger players. It's some great football. You are seeing it live at home on ABC Sport.
Well, it's 15-point the margin here at three-quarter time at Adelaide Oval. It was 14 points at quarter time and 4 points at half-time. And one of the players that Port Adelaide are going to need to fire up in the final term if they're to win this is Brett Higgins. Today, we profile the young player from the West Coast.
His body on the line on that occasion. He also suggested that Smith, Hodges and Treadray need to present themselves better to the midfield, whereas behind me, Sturt, they said this is an opportunity for us to be respected in the SANFL. This is an opportunity for us to be taken seriously, and obviously an opportunity to make sure that every side in the league now sees Sturt as a up-and-coming force, and I'm sure that that's the case, DB, because their effort to date has been very, very good.
Thanks, Rob. Great report. And one of the things going to make their job more difficult, Sturt, is the injury of Bruce Lennon, who went off late in the third quarter after being collected by Mark Clayton. And you just see here, that's where he gets taken out, Mark.
Well, Brucey Lennon is at his right knee strapped. You'll see when he comes in. There he's limping up. He's back on the field for all those double blues fans at home. Bruce Lennon is back on the ground.
And there's the three-quarter time score. It was 14 points at quarter time, 4 points at half-time. At three-quarter time, it's 15 points. Weatherall has 3, Burton has 3, and Darren Smith has 3 for Port Adelaide. And statistically, Gary, still not a great deal of difference.
No, it's pretty good there. Port Adelaide see having more kicks. Sturt have used the ball beautifully. The mark's pretty similar. Handballs more for Sturt. I think that's where Sturt have got on top with those handballs. The free's pretty even. Hit-outs with Port. That's surprising to me, that stat.
Well, can Port Adelaide be beaten by Sturt since the first time since round 19, 1988? Let's see. Stay with us for the final term. Your commentators, Mark Daly and Gary Window.
Start of the last quarter on ABC Sport. It's a ripper. Feast up there. Throws himself into that contest. Port have got to get goals. It comes away to Tregenza. He kicks into the half-forward line. Good tap away. Comes to West. Right foot. Bounces into the full forward area. Where's Hodges? Can't get it. Threadgold does well. Superior pace. Onto the left foot. He kicks towards the line. It dribbles out of play for a throw-in. Right half-forward flank for the Magpies.
What a contest has that been. Scotty Hodges up against Chris Threadgold this afternoon. Threadgold maybe just being a little bit in front, but Scotty Hodges, just beware. There's still another 25, 30 minutes of football to go, and he can win the game off his own boot.
Feast down to Powell. Can Powell get it out there? Yeah, I think talking about Tommy's car attack, that's of the ball there, that's one of the best movements I've seen in footy for a long way, especially from a young player. They should put that into any coaching manual they've got down at Port Adelaide. Bounce down. Big pack of players there. Feast over the top again, but Darren Smith's got it. He kicks towards goals. It's a scrubby kick. It's off the side of the boot. It bounces inside the line. Throw in right forward pocket for the Magpies. What a game of footy it's been. Sturt lead 12-11 and Porter on 10-8.
From the throw-in, Ambrose opposed to Feast. So Ambrose is the man who's going to be doing the ruck work, Mark. Yep. We asked that question, didn't we, in the third quarter, and that's the man they've chosen. Now he's played full forward, he's played full back, and now he's a ruckman, a real utility.
Yeah, he's a big fella. We just look at him, the big number 18. He's 195 centimetres, so he's one of the biggest players out there. Jarks is 199, so he's only 4 centimetres shorter. So he's got the height. No, he is an athlete as well. He's very, very fit, very, very strong. So he should be able to run with Feast at the moment, who's in great touch.
Yes, if you see him work out in the Port Adelaide gym, he really pumps the weights, and he's a very strong young
great
fella.
work, great tackling.
O'Leary, as Mark Naylor gets captivated by the tackle by O'Leary. Atkinson streams away and drives it long. Burton got a nudge. Play on, said the umpire. Roger almost marked it. Polton claimed, goes to ground. Judd got him. That was an important tackle, wasn't it? Borlay's now at right half back, lifts the eyes and delivers it inboard. Ambrose is the target. The big man will need to play a vital role this term. Well, McGuinness sold the dummy but didn't have support coming at him. And now an opportunity for Higgins to feed it off to Shaw. A short one and wide, and marking it just inside the line is Robbie West. At half forward, another short one. Carter. It's unlike Port Adelaide to play so short. Carter now just inside 50. He can goal from here if he goes long, and that's exactly what he does. Lines them up and blasts away. And a goal there would have been very handy. That's a point.
Not too often you see goals kicked from this side, in this pocket, or this half-forward flank. Very, very difficult. Similar to Football Park. You don't see too many goals kicked from that angle.
There's still a lot of football in this game, but this bloke's making it his own. Feast gets it away to his rover and Weatherall. He goes into the half-forward line. Archie makes a yard, gets there first. They're really burning, the Double Blues. Can they hang on? There's a lot of footy in this game yet. He goes with a pinpoint pass. It misses. Taken by Clayton from defence. Carr it was. He drives into attack for the Magpies. Plenty of Sturt players down there defensively towards the line. That was Richter out of play.
Good crowd here, 6,300 people in round figures. Not a bad attendance, and I think that's what they counted coming in. They opened up the gates, Mark, after half-time, and I'm sure the crowd swelled by another 1,000 or more, Gary, since then.
I'm sure of that, Dave. That certainly has been a top game of footy played at Adelaide Oval. It's beautiful as Malak Ellis has got it. He goes. They look tired, the Magpies. He handballs away. Taken by Higgins. Goes short. It's Carter. He should play forward all the time. This bloke, he loves getting down there. He's grabbed it 40 metres from goal.
I think he's a better defender, Gary, to tell you the truth.
A bit loose, I think. He likes to run forward all the time, but he's certainly a very skillful player.
Oh, I think from time to time, he gets a little undisciplined and gives away free kicks. That's why they've played him on the forward line, but I think he just rebounds and runs from half-back, and it suits him a bit better.
He's only kicked 19 goals. He's usually a beautiful kick. Stay with that one. The Magpies are hitting back. There's plenty in this game yet. The Port Adelaide Magpies go along to 11 goals, 9. They're trailing Sturt on 12 goals, 11. 4 minutes into the final quarter.
We'll just see here the big movement. Good tap down by Ambrose. Just given a little bit so far early in this last quarter. But the player, Brucey Lennon, was supposed to be picking up, who's just come off the ground, has been replaced. He's come off, that knee must be bad. It was Carter, who just got away from Lennon.
as we go down to Rob Popplestone on the boundary.
Thanks, DB. As Noel's just called Bruce Lennon coming off, he had that right knee heavily strapped and obviously not too good. Stephen Carter running him around and exposing him, so Joseph Hicks will come back on for the double blues.
Thanks, Rolf, for that. Robbie West over the top. Darren Smith feeds it on to West. It was a beautifully weighted handball. Now he can go for goal. That's where away he heads. They're 8 points down. Make that 2. Port Adelaide are on the charge. You can never write them off. It doesn't matter where they are. They'll just keep coming at you, and they're proving it again today.
How many times we've seen this happen? The Port tradition, they just lift that extra gear, they just work a bit harder. The double blues just dropping their heads a little bit. They need a goal, they need the next goal. It's going to come from out of the middle. Simon Feast needs to jump hard because Ambrose at the moment is giving the contest.
Win, lose or draw, Gary, this is going to be one of the games of the year.
It certainly is, David. It's an absolute ripper. This crowd screaming on the edge of their seats now as Sturt, they only lead by that 2 points. Bounce down, centre of the ground with 5 minutes into this final quarter. Who's the best team today? It's been a ripper. Port won't give up. Malachellis has lifted his game. He goes long and wide, looking for Treadray up there on the half-forward line. The ball races out of play for a throw-in. 50 metres away for the Magpie goal.
Now, Gary, you wouldn't have seen it, but Sturt gutsed it out in similar fashion against Central District here just, 3 weeks ago, Mark, and they were quite magnificent. Now they get to test their mettle again.
They're well on top, they were at that stage, David. At the moment, they've got a big challenge here by the Magpies, where they can respond. In the last 3 quarters, they have started slowly, but then come home very, very strong. We've seen exactly the same this last quarter.
Oh, there's a mistake that allowed Port Adelaide to go and attack down the Hodges direction. The ball goes out of play. There'll be a throw-in that right forward pocket, right down to the Don Bradman stand end there. The River Torrens end of Adelaide Oval. The Magpies have got a chance to go in front.
As the ball comes back into play, Ambrose from behind, Feast from the front, took it out of the ruck, gang tackled, Hodges snaps around the corner. I think he's kicked it. No, it's hit the post again. So Scotty Hodges hits the post, and he's kicked 2 goals too this afternoon.
Big Feast did the right thing, took the ball out of the air, but just had no support there. Should have given away the first option. Scotty Hodges was there to clean up. What a kick around the body, but hit the post. Bad luck.
Threadgold brings the ball into attack, puts it down to the centre of the ground. Who can grab this important ball? It's the Sturt side.
Got to be set up, has to be set up.
He does it now. Oh, it's a good kick. It's come off. It drops short.
It was a mongrel.
Anyone that hits you on the chest, it's a good kick. And Sturt have got it 50 metres from goal.
I'd like to see a good kick, Gary Window. That was an absolute atrocious kick.
Hit him on the chest. He's got it. Stop your Grizzly. It's good when you're on the end of it. Judd, what can he do? The coach has given him a burst. He's long. It's long. It's a goal. Sturt have got the one they needed. What a game of football on ABC Football. Sturt 13-11, lead Port 12-10, 7 minutes into the final quarter.
It came from that half-back line where Carter just slipped over, gave him opportunity there. That player just couldn't quite find it. Found Judd, which I believe is playing in front. That advantage of playing in front again. Judd from about 50 metres has just planted through the middle of the goals. Just got to clear the hands of Roger Delaney and Feagit once again. Another goal, very important.
At the bounce, 7 points the margin. Ambrose flies over the top, short, almost gets away with it. Atkinson and Judd fight hard for it, and they're forced to bounce again. It's going to be desperate. We're 8.5 minutes into the final term, and a very big crowd enjoying this match.
This is when your fitness level really counts. The fittest side here this afternoon, the players are prepared just to work a little bit harder than the other side at the moment, will win this game.
Higgins flicks out the handball, into space it goes. Powell gathers it in, concedes a little bit of ground, gets it back to Robertson, whose first quarter was pretty ordinary, but he's been good since. Atkinson flicks it over the top to Richter, who's just kept coming all day. He's been a solid contributor this afternoon. At the front, it was punched away by Wharton. Loose ball falls, Hicks over the top of it, drags the ball in underneath him. Now that's holding the ball in my book, but not paid. What do you reckon, Gaz?
Yeah, it was very close there, but I'd rather they let it go at this stage, David. It's going to be that tight as we're 8 minutes into the final quarter.
Yeah, you drag that ball in under. That's what the rule's designed for.
You're dead right, and you've called it correctly, but the umpires, they sort of muck it up all the time. As it comes wide, Northeast dives hard the ball. Oh, Archie, that's good stuff. He tried to get it out of there. It'll get desperate now. What a game of football. Let's take the updates from around the grounds. What a day for footy in the SANFL as North lead by 9 points. That's a good game. Norwood easily by 46 points, and the Eagles are up by 10 points. But you're at Adelaide Oval, match of the day, 9 minutes into the final quarter, and it's the Double Blues, 13-11, leading Port 12-10 by 7 points.
It's your second and third efforts now are really going to count. Any player that gets in there in the contest, your second and third. If there's a loose ball, a 50-50 contest, that's when you are required to stand up and be counted.
What a football weekend this is. A traditional game, Port and Sturt, and tomorrow it's showdown to the Crows and Port Power. If you're a footy fan, it's a great weekend. I think if you're a wife, you might be a little unhappy. And Shaw dives in over the top of it. I suppose, Gary, your wife and my wife won't see us all weekend.
Oh, I think my wife's used to it after all this time, but I tell you what, to see a game like this, Port won't give in. Now, Sturt have got to be very careful now. Port will just run on courage now. Sturt have still got to kick goals to win this game.
Well, 7-point margin, so there's nothing in it. Either side can still win it. Who can tough it out? Judd gets it away in turn. Irvin flicks it on to Richter. On the left boot he goes, but look, Archie, good contest. Fegan got back there underneath it. Shaw works hard for it, tries to feed it out, and Fegan kicks it off the ground, just clears the area.
Set it up.
Hicks, short. Well, McGuinness will be first man there. Loose ball, needs support, gets it from Shaw. One step and blasts it long, but Feast has created the wall. There's 3-4 Sturt players out there to 1 Port Adelaide player.
Try 5.
And Feast. A long searching handball. Atkinson, who's one of the best on the ground today. A high ball. Burton underneath this one. There's a push. And Delaney will take the free.
Again.
That is ridiculous.
Joking.
Delaney's trying to hold the player back. He was shepherding the contest, and the umpire scored a ridiculous free kick.
Delaney over to Shaw. Port Adelaide Magpies need a goal. Darren Smith's one that could do it for him. He handballs away to the running West, who has played all right from today. He kicks it a half forward. Tread race, tackled. Gets it away to Ambrose. What can the big fella do? Scrubby left foot kick, but there's a player in there. He's grabbed it. It's ball ace. Point blank range. He'll kick from 5 metres out. Ball ace. What a game he's played today. Kick one in the second quarter. Number 16 for the Port Magpies. He's a terrific footballer. Came from the West Coast. He's missed, has he? No, I think he's just scraped it in. We're right behind it here in the ABC spot. Grandstand side. That's a goal. Sturt. 13-11, leading the Port Adelaide side 13-10 by, 2 points. Get that right for me, David. I'm getting excited.
It's a point, Gary,
1 point. 1 point ball game. Sturt in front. We're 12 minutes into the final quarter.
Let's have a quick look at the stats. And
really, you see it there. Port Adelaide on top with the kicking department, but the Double Blues in the handballing department.
so it's a 1-point ball game. Well, this is the test that Phil Carman wanted. And you just suspect that I don't think Stephen Williams would be all that unhappy about a real hard workout against the side he might meet in the finals either. He gets to have a chance to have a real look at him under pressure. Well done, West. Gets it back to Tregenza. Flicks it over the top. McGuinness has a couple of steps and delivers it, centres it up. Pachura sits underneath it. Well, I don't know what happened there. He was called out of it, maybe. Hodges handballs it forward and decked as he went forward. This is Laidlaw rebounding for the Double Blues, and the Port Adelaide fans are not happy with that one. Now Hicks, run down by Carter, and the umpire said it's a push.
Oh no, this has got to be a reaction from the Magpie supporters out there. They've just seen their star fall forward and Scotty Hodges receive a bit of treatment in the outer wing. It happens to a Double Blues fan, and he gets the free kick.
He's got a push in the back. He's played on the outer side of the ground. Sturter out there. Atkinson's played a ripper today. Tries to get the handball away. Does it well. The runner out there is O'Leary. I've been impressed with his game. He drives it long. The Flyers are there. Burton can't mark. Comes down to Archie. Over to Wharton. Into the open goal. Oh, he's missed it. He's hit the post.
Oh, no.
What a shocker. Oh, saw your leg off. That's a shocking mistake. Sturt into the open goal. Wharton. Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Oh,
Trying to kick it too hard. Look at this. Oh, no.
Well, words fail me.
They do.
There's nothing to describe that. And I think Wharton would just wish the ground would swallow him up. And this game is at an extremely tense stage.
Oh, no, look, I've got to say more about that as the ball goes out of play. How can he miss that? What did he do wrong? That's absolutely ridiculous in this. If they lose it because of that, well, what would the coach say to the man that's done that?
To the car
You couldn't say anything to him. You could not console him if they lose by a kick. Judd, Hicks, Short, Irvin. The former Norwood player.
Set it up.
who's played a terrific first half but has been quiet since half-time. Now, he had very little support. Weatherall there, Delaney, Carr, Weatherall fights hard for it, almost came out with the ball. Carr did beautifully, flew over the top and just grabbed the ball. And I think he might have saved a certain score.
He certainly did. Young Carr's been exceptional today. Two young guns there, Weatherall and Carr. I'll tell you what, just write Tommy Carr down in your book. He's been absolutely beautiful today for the Magpies.
No doubt about that. Almost 15 minutes into the final term. Anyone's game. It's a 2-point ball game. Archie off the ground, tries to get through. Kicks it. Oh, it's a goal. He's sucking that through. Archie gets it through and gets his second. One in the third, one in the fourth. And that one, sometimes you just need a little bit of luck to win a game of football. And he just got boot the ball, but it got through about 3 or 4 players. Now, did it hit a Port player? That's the question, Gary.
Oh, did it come through a lot of legs there? There's the kick you can see on our ABC replay. I don't know. Do you reckon it did? Our ABC cameraman was right on it and looked as though it touched the boot. Oh, what a bit of luck to go the way of the Double Blues.
Well, Shaw didn't put up a protest, and that's what made me think that it did get through.
15 minutes into the final quarter, you're on ABC Sport, the big match of the day. Sturt 14-12, lead Port 13-10. It comes out of the centre, they battle for it. I think Sturt have done enough, but still a fair way to go. As now, it's taken away by the big fella in Ambrose. Long kick, outer side of the ground.
Well done,
He's done well.
Kept his balance, took the body. Good support as well.
Comment from Mark Nailey as Powell does well. They're running the Double Blues. Long kick, goes into the centre forward position. Weatherall tackles it, the bodies are in.
Lily got out of it.
Archie did well, but it's taken by Carr. He kicks long to the outer side of the ground. They're up there high. Richter's played well also. He's there with Shaw. The ball's out of play. Centre wing. What a game of footy. And 16 minutes into the last quarter.
Big Sturt crowd.
Players like Archie, they just can win a game off their own boot. A bit of magic about Archie. He can get in there, he can grab the ball, he can kick around bodies, he can soccer them off for goals. He's got a little bit of class about him. Just needs to put it together for 4 quarters.
And if you're excited at home watching this, imagine being in a commentary box with Gary Window and Mark Nailey. Richter.
It's a beauty, though, isn't it? It's an absolute beauty. Port won't give in. Look at this, Tregenza.
He goes forward into space. He goes and Geddes knocks it off at half back, flicks it out wide. Now Port just keep coming, but the Double Blues are controlling the ball, and Port Adelaide are not able to get it. Robinson, short, Feast, who's best on ground in my book. Gary, what do you reckon?
That's a good comment. I'd really go with it. I'll have a look at me ticks after, but he's high up there.
Atkinson second in my book, and gee, there's probably 8 or 9 players who could be third best. And this is Judd, who was ripped from the field in the third quarter, but came back to kick a vital goal for the Double Blues, one that Phil Carman would have been happy with. And Weatherall just intercepts Carter, and the ball trickles across the line.
There's not so many words to best describe this game, but it's absolutely sensational. It's local footy at its best. The crowd here have been vocal. People on the outer hill, under the grandstand, having a cold West End beer out there. They're enjoying it just as much as what we are sitting up in the commentary box.
Sturt lead by 8 points. We're 17 minutes into the final quarter.
I reckon Weatherall, Gary, for my third best.
That's a very good choice. I'm wrapped in his game today. He's put in, he's got pace, he's worked well with Feast. It's been an amazing performance. Outer side of the ground. What can the Double Blues do? Is it going to be their year? Well, it'll certainly be part of it. They've been bottom for 8 years. This year under Carman, they're going to play in the finals. As the kick by Powell, it goes into attack. Over the top, the big players fly. They couldn't get it. That was Burton there. It comes away. They clear from there. It's out to Tregenza. He's grabbed it. He's had a serviceable game today on centre wing for the Magpies. Kicks long, half forward. They fly high. Treadray. Oh, Richter's an absolute terrific halfback. He gets it away to Patura. Patura's played well. The Double Blues going to attack. Set half forward. Off the back. What a grab. Oh, what a mark. Taken by Wharton.
Playing on emotion now, aren't they?
Wharton's too far out to score. Look at that on our replay. Sorry, Mark, just stop me. Put something in me gob.
I won't stop you, Gary Window.
Wharton goes long. It's towards goal. It's off hands, front of the pack. Weatherall, he's a star. He goes onto the right foot. It goes straight up in the air. In fact, it's near the line. And the umpire says it's out of play. Oh, David Mackay, take over. We're 18 minutes into the final quarter.
What a mark by Wharton. Up well over the back of the pack, just took down a sensational grab and punched it in their forward line. It has been in the Double Blues forward line for the last 5.5 minutes.
Jimmy Jennifer on the boundary there in obvious pain. Not able to take his place on the field. This would be killing him as Fegert goes wide to the far side. Clayton couldn't get it to the ball before it went across the line. Well, what a game this has been, and a big, big crowd. And look at the Double Blue colours lurking out there.
They really have opened the doors and come out, haven't they? They're starting to win a few games, the Double Blues. They're around the mark. Phil Carman has got them punching on all 4 cylinders at the moment.
We're 30 seconds away from time on, and they lead by 8 points. The first time they'll win 3 games in a row since 1988, and the first time they'll beat Port Adelaide in 22 matches since 1988. So they're really breaking some ground here today.
They haven't won yet.
Was that a mark?
Yet.
Was that a mark? Look at this. No, it wasn't. Just fell short, but what desperation showing. Centre-half back.
Port Adelaide have had a real workout today. They've won 11 and lost 3. Sturt have won 7, lost 7. And you suspect that this has been a watershed game for Phil Carman and the Sturt side. And this is the one that Phil wanted. This is the one that will be the sweetest.
Try and calm him down out there. You'd have to do that. He's sending the runner out to calm down. They've got to play the footy they've been playing all day. They've got to use the ball now, but Ambrose does well. He kicks out for the Magpies. He never stops trying. Coming away, this bloke's eyeing the best players too. Richter, he goes long to centre wing. It's all Sturt in there, and that's a good grab by Irvin. He'll drive the Double Blues into attack. They lead by 8 points. We're 20 minutes into the final quarter on ABC Sport. It's knocked away. Front of the pack, taken by Malakellis. He's been in and out of the game. Taken by West. Good to see him playing again for the Magpies. Comes to Irvin. He goes onto the left foot.
Oh, yes.
There's Sturt players there. The big fella over the back. But, Carr, you little beauty. Tommy Carr's been paid the mark. Still pay the kid. He's been a ripper today for the Magpies. He's been sensational, this lad today, Tom Carr. I haven't seen him play that much. Now I can see what they're all raving about. He's got it in the back pocket for the Magpies.
Good to see him respond as well, Gary, who's been dropped from the Port Power side. He's come back, and today he really has been high in the best players for the Magpies, if not their best players so far this afternoon. Robinson's
got it, centre wing, the Double Blues holding. He drives long to the half-forward flank. There he is again. Carr, you little beauty. He's grabbed it in defence. He's got players loose on the other side of the ground. Centres it. Over it goes. Left to Feegit. The Magpies will go into attack. They've got loose players.
Go to him, Feast.
Feegit's got it. Onto the left foot. That's a good kick. Going into attack. It bounces awkwardly for Hodges. He couldn't get it. Threadgold does well. That's good defence. Gets it away to Powell. Over to Patura. And the Blues go into attack.
Richter, the defence has been terrific today for the Double Blues. Now, Port Adelaide have got time. We're almost 22 minutes in. I suspect there's 3 minutes left in this match, and they can kick 2 goals in that time. Feast goes forward. Archie, 2 bites at it. Polton was good enough just to affect the spoil, and taking it across the line, Michael Wharton just plays for a bit of time.
The big fella and Feast still running on that outer wing. Kept going. He's rucked tirelessly all day by himself. Hasn't had a change. Hasn't had a rest. Has been sensational. He's had 10 kicks, 11 handles. That's 21 possessions, 20 hit-outs, 5 marks. Gee, he really has played a sensational game, and really is. I don't want to say it too early, but he has been the best player on the field.
Don't think there's any doubt about that. Archie just handballs it forward. Malakallis wraps him up. Higgins strips the ball from him. Gets away a handball of sorts. White rubbers it through Feegit's legs, and Feegit picks up the loose crumb and is tackled and goes to ground. Well, you can just sense the pent-up emotion of some of these Double Blue fans. You can see pictures of them there, and tonight they'll be very happy, and you've got to be excited for them, Gary, don't you?
Oh, you certainly do. Look, everyone's warned me how good they've been playing. Today has been an absolute beauty as we're in the 22-minute mark of the final quarter. The Double Blues are tying it up down there as Judd runs the ball out of play. Have a look at the Magpie supporters. They don't get this very often. They're bleeding today. There's still a couple of minutes to go. Can they get up? It's only 8 points in it. Sturt lead. 23-minute mark. 23 minutes and 12 seconds. What can the Magpies do? Judd's got it. He centres the ball. Roger Delaney. Can he get him out of trouble? Irvin's taken it off him. Into the open goal. It's a goal for the Double Blues. What a performance from Sturt's side. Oh, they'll go berserk there. A brilliant goal. And Mark Naley, that's sensational. Sturt 15-12, lead Port 13-10. 23 and a half minutes into the final quarter.
Just see number 7 there on screen, Roger Delaney. You just watch him walking back to the goal square. He is depressed. He is despondent. He realises maybe he should have done a little bit more. Maybe not. But the Double Blues again had the numbers around the ball. Nathan Irvine just came in, took it, kicked a great goal, but look at poor Rog.
No doubt Nathan Irvine has kicked the sealer, and Roger Delaney is disconsolate. I think the Magpies know now that there's no time. They're 24 minutes in. They couldn't possibly get back, or could they? They have always been able to steal an improbable win, Port Adelaide. Just remember back last year's preliminary final when they walloped Norwood after coming from nowhere. Judd with the kick towards half forward. Feegit manhandled the ball beautifully. Feeds it off to West, who goes long with the kick through to the outer side, the grandstand side. Treadray, good grab, needs to play on, is well held by Hicks and just slowed him down a little bit. Treadray sets course and goes long. Hodges, man-on-man with Threadgold, pushes, shoves, support comes from Robinson. At the back door, it's Powell, who just chips it wide to Richter, who has been a sweeper of exemplary ability today. He's just run and run.
Matty Powell has been a fantastic second half. He really has. Every time the ball's come to ground level, he hasn't jumped, he hasn't gone for big spoil. He's just sat there and cleaned up numerous times this afternoon.
Johnny Richter shows the benefit of 213 games, just slows it down, sends a message to his teammates, and the boundary line is O'Leary. Goes on the left boot, forces it wide. Carr, who has really shown some form today, pushes it towards the line and it's out of play. And Gary, I dare say, if you haven't been a Sturt fan or you didn't think they were quite up to the mark, now they've arrived.
Well, all my mates have been telling me they've arrived. I tell you what, this is I'm glad I'm here today, and I'll be watching the tape too. I'll be buying the ABC tape of this one. Sturt have got something there. They've put in hard today. Early in the game, there was a lot of hard stuff, and we thought that Port were putting the pressure on in close. Sturt weathered that and have gone on with it.
It's an interesting dimension, Gary, isn't it? Because we thought that maybe Port and Norwood, maybe Central, were the three that were going to take the flag, but now we know that North can beat Norwood, and we know that Sturt can beat Port, so we've got 5 real contenders for the flag.
It augurs well for the SNFL finals, and this Richter gets onto it again, drives it long, Feast up from behind, couldn't mark that one. Tregenza's had a good run today, he can't get the ball. Clayton's got it, goes with a scrubby looking kick high in the air. Richter's under it, and he'll grab it on half-back flank. 9 kicks for Richter in this quarter. That's absolutely amazing. We're 26-minute mark of the final quarter. It's going to be a boil over here. The Sturt fans wouldn't say that. Sturt are 15-12, leading Port 13-10. They're doing as they like now. Powell, they get a spell of it. He drives long down to Feast. Big Ambrose up there, takes the grab and gets it over to Malakellis. He's off the Magpies. Long, looking for Darren Smith. Patura from behind with that reach, thumps it away. Bad bounce, makes it awkward for all players out there. They try to get it, battling through. There's a pack of players there. And can't get it clear, there'll be a bounce down.
Patura Gary's done a great job on Darren Smith after he opened up in magnificent style in the first quarter on Robinson, but Patura has shut him down.
I said before the game that Patura mightn't better play centre-back, but with his reach and pace has been exceptional today.
He's a great athlete. Well, celebrations tonight for the Double Blues. O'Leary over the top of the ball. Tregenza fights hard for it, and the siren's gone. The siren's gone. Look at Phil Carman. 3 in a row for the first time since '88. The first time since 1988 they've beaten Port Adelaide. That's 22 matches prior to today. They're beating good form. They got walloped 4 weeks ago by Norwood. Then they came out and beat Central here, South Adelaide here, and finally Port Adelaide here as we go down to Rob Popplestone.
Thanks for that, DP. With me again, Phil Carman. It seems that every time we cover a game, Phil, you produce the goods, and today's no exception.
No, it was sensational. Look, we had to win today to hopefully continue to make the 5, and a bloody magnificent performance. We haven't beaten them for 9 years, and I thought it was terrific. So we lost Stanfield early, which I thought may be a little bit difficult, and also Bruce Lennon, but we're showing something.
Like a fortnight ago, Phil, the pressure was on, but the guys stood up under that pressure, and really they've lifted to a new plateau now.
I think so now. We were concerned for a few weeks ago, but we thought we'd sort of hit a bit of a trough, but they're playing well, they're playing consistent footy, and to beat 2 of the top 3 sides in the last 3 weeks is a big bonus to us.
The first time for a number of years that you've won 3 in a row as well.
That's right. I think it all goes back to 1988. First time was the last time we beat Port. Last time we won sort of more than 2 in a row. So,
is there anything that you could see that's changed? Because it's really happened over the last 6 weeks. Yeah, they seem to have lifted and found a new leg, and maybe just started to believe in themselves.
I think so. We'd been winning games, but we hadn't sort of really done anything. And I believe that just beating Central Districts gave us a lot of confidence and to really finish off a side like South last week. And they're feeling pretty good within themselves. And to do this today, well, we don't know.
The crowd certainly enjoyed it. I could see you enjoyed it as soon as the siren went.
Yeah, well, you do. We haven't had many of these, and it's very, very pleasing. I can tell you that.
And looking forward now to the finals in a little over a month's time.
What happened with West and North?
The last time I got an update was that West Adelaide were actually down
really
after leading early.
Beating them, well, yeah. So, yeah, with finals, it's terrific, yeah.
Good on you, Phil. Thanks for your time and all the best in the next few weeks. There you have it, DB. Very happy, and why shouldn't he be? Coach of Sturt, Phil Carman.
Good on you, Rob. Great interview with Phil Carman, the winning coach of Sturt, and he'd be very happy. Facing North Adelaide next week, he can win 4 in a row, Gary, if he takes that off.
That was sensational by Sturt today. Good to see Carman getting the results. That Sturt side, they're really good. They'll be there in the finals. Terrific effort.
So the final score here at Adelaide Oval, Sturt have run out convincing victors in the finish, 15-12, 102, and Port Adelaide 13-10, 88. Goal scorers for Sturt, Weatherall 3, Burton 3, and Darren Smith got 3 for Port Adelaide. Statistically, Gary, Sturt were better.
Oh, the way they used the ball, their handballs were beautiful today. Sturt 181 kicks. See that, Port, the more kicks today. Sturt's handballs are 67. See the stats for Port, more of the ball, unusual for the Magpies, but Sturt, the use of them and the way they kicked those goals in the end was beautiful.
In other matches around town today, North Adelaide took on West Adelaide, and we'll come to you shortly with that, Gary, because that's going to be an important one for Sturt.
Well, it certainly will. Look, who's going to win that now, Sturt and North? Because today I've seen a different Sturt. They've come out of the doldrums to play like that against the dreaded enemy, the Magpies, and win after they had the pressure on. Oh, wouldn't you love to be out there?
It's great to hear you say that, because now we've got the traditional enemy back at each other's throats again.
That's what you need in SA footy. It's been great this year, and Sturt have got a lot to do with the resurgence and the great crowd at Adelaide Oval, over 6,000 people.
What about those people 2 years ago that would have let Sturt fold? We wouldn't have seen today. It would never have happened.
No, you shouldn't do that, and it's proved it now. They deserve all the credit. I can't wait for the final series with Sturt back in there again.
Okay, well, what about your tip for the flag now? It's thrown it wide open.
I would know it would have been a standout this year, but North and Sturt coming back the way they have. Centrals will be around the place, don't worry about that. They're a good side. But I tell you what, Sturt today, I'm wrapped in that performance. They played like a Carman side, tough and hard at the ball. They used the ball well, but then they were a good team plan, so it was a terrific team effort today.
Right, we'll take you to results from other matches played today as we go to North and West. 4th takes on 6th. And West Adelaide have prevailed by 3 points in a thriller. They've just got up, so North Adelaide are under the gun with Sturt winning today. Norwood big victors over South Adelaide. The Eagles, a 3-point thriller at Woodville Oval over Glenelg, Glenelg's woes continue. Central Districts, of course, have the bye. Now, that's not the final score, Gary, by the way. That's a progressive score.
Oh, for West and North. Well, that's going to be interesting. Phil Carman will be down there listening to the radio now, because they really need West Adelaide to get beaten just to make sure of it.
In AFL matches last night, North Melbourne with Corey McKernan breaking his leg defeated Brisbane. Carlton got over Collingwood today. The Western Bulldogs defeated Melbourne, and the West Coast Eagles went down to Hawthorn, won against Hawthorn. That was at Waverley. Fremantle and Richmond tonight, a blockbuster. Port Adelaide and Adelaide tomorrow. Showdown 2, I think we'll all be there. Sydney and St Kilda, Essendon and Geelong. And next week, we take Glenelg and Port Adelaide Oval, the Eagles and West at Woodville Oval, North and Sturt, and our game of the day, Central and Norwood. Gary, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, out Elizabeth, that'll be an absolute ripper. Well, I hope the Dogs can beat it, but Norwood have had the wood over them in recent years.
Well, what about I just shell-shocked, if you like, that Sturt have been able to do that.
Well,
I knew they were improving, but they are just fantastic.
You told me before the game that they were, and I tell you what, they played better than I thought they could. They had the pressure. The Magpies really put it on them physically, but I tell you what, the good kids in the Magpies side, that car.
Now, would you buy a video of this game?
Oh, I'm going to get a couple. I'll have to watch it all, but I'm gone. That was beautiful.
Well, if you want one, the ABC shops have them, $34.95, and I think there'll be a few Sturt fans who'll get down and buy that, because I've got to say that's probably the game of the year so far.
It takes you back to the old days, as you said about the rivals. It was there. We're at Adelaide Oval. The SNFL game was an absolute ripper.
Gaz, thanks for your company today. Thanks to Rob Popplestone and Mark Narley. We hope we'll see you next week when Central and Norwood take on. Join us 2 o'clock next Saturday afternoon. Bye for now.